Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just using a screwdriver to open a whiskey bottle.
Can we watch? I actually am so curious how you're doing it. I want to see you screw driving. You know, this screw last night.
Well, no, it was because it's got the seal on it, and I could not get the seal because it had like dug inside under the lid. So I just got the screwdriver, started ramming.
Okay.
And then,
dang.
Yeah, and then you're like, "Can I watch?" It's like, wait.
I mean, hey, a ramming, screw driving, breaking the seal. What an interesting. Okay, Disbrew yesterday. We were on FNT, and he says, if you ever write down what you do at home, it just sounds, what was it, ridiculous?
It does. No, you can. It's like a joke, right? You can say a joke, and it's like thought about tone of voice, presentation, how people take it. If you take that and then a journalist writes it down in an article, or especially if a lawyer writes it down in a court case, it just sounds horrific. Any joke written down sounds horrific. And if you describe basically any bedroom activity in a court doc, it's going to sound horrific.
I don't know.
Oh, yes.
And then we're all like, Disbrew, what do you do at home?
Well, no, my entire point, it could be literally anything.
Apparently.
And the moment you start describing it in text form in a legal document, I was like, and then he did this. It's like, yeah, no, that sounds awful.
Guys, so if Disbrew commits an act of crime tonight, it all started from this moment when he said he was ramming his screwdriver into his bottle.
Yes.
You're not allowed to have any screwdrivers unless it's the drink.
But the worst thing was the camera started and I'm like this. And I'm like, don't mind me, folks. I could have been going like that. I was like trying to catch it. Like, wait.
Think of that, but hey.
It'd be like,
you brought it up.
Because it would have been like that. It's like, wait.
Just keep going faster, Disbrew. Just don't break its neck, okay?
30 minutes in.
We need like a wicked hide timer, like countdown. Like we have the death counter in Dark Souls. This is just how many times Great Wicked go off camera.
Yep.
I wasn't even ready. My mouse was nowhere near it. I wasn't expecting it this early.
And with Disbrew, you never know what to expect. Well, I guess myself too.
I was gonna say, I have a feeling you were the one that caused that one.
Oh well. Whatever.
You can't get away with it by just looking more Asian.
So cute. I'm so innocent, guys. What are you talking about?
I can K-pop my way out of this.
If he just makes cute Asian noises, it's gonna totally just make people forget.
I wonder if that's ever been tried in court. Because they do say...
No, not in court. I wouldn't do it in court.
Well, yeah, well, because there is a thing of it's like, well, because there was a, what was it? It was a police officer over here made accusations against an MP, and he literally got believed by the judge because the judge said, you are too stupid to make up that story. It was like, literally this guy, by coming across as thick as pig excrement, actually won the court case.
Well done.
I was quite pleased with that. I censored myself for Wicked's channel.
Thank you.
We want your channel to still be here, even after all this.
Well, it stayed after I wasn't here and Savvy was here, so I think we're good. You guys passed that test.
Oh my god!
Disbrew and Savvy together is.
Well, and that was the first time I hung out with Savvy. That was interesting. Yeah,
I think the first Savvy stream was more degenerate than that one.
Well, she was sick too. That might have been.
Apparently, if you want it really degenerate, she needs to be hungry. That's what she said before.
We should stop her from eating 4 tacos, because apparently that makes her less funny or degenerate. I don't know. Are they mutually exclusive or inclusive?
No, I think it's tied. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tied.
Oh my god.
Oh, you guys just had your 100th episode? Wow.
Yes! Oh, and let's just say mistakes were made. Poor choices were
Did you
made.
drink a whole bottle?
No, but we said we would do not shots. I said I would do swigs of bullet. This is how much I drank, which is not like it looks like not a lot, but it is a lot for me.
That's like a good quarter of the bottle almost. So that's
Maybe.
No, it's not.
Almost. It's less than quarter. I think
it's
about
a lot less than a quarter.
2.
Oh,
it's curved.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe a sixth of the bottle. And we were like, let's do a swig every $50. And what did we do? We were supposed to take at least 20 swigs. And we we have 12 left.
Yeah, there's no like 20 swigs. You would probably like die of alcohol poisoning.
Well, and I'm not going to, guys. I'm not that degenerative.
I'm not that degenerative.
I'm not a degenerative.
It might have had some kind of lasting effect, judging by that one.
Hey, I love the chat. They were very awesome. They were very generous. But I was very, very drunk.
To be fair, even if you do 12 on your next stream, that's the chat gets 12. Double the value.
You're gonna have to cut it in like threes. Do 3 next stream, 3 like.
No, not 3. No, it's got to.
Yes.
It has to get you actually pissed every stream. Otherwise, what's the point? She got a week gap between them. As long as you don't take it.
Well, I'll be on vacation at the next stream, so that'll be fun. That'll be really fun, actually. So
I'll take all the swigs.
I don't know. Mr. Porkchop played a clip from the stream, and I am embarrassed about my behavior. Like very embarrassed about my behavior. But it's fine. It's on the internet.
Great choices.
I mean, I haven't made a total fool out of myself, just somewhat of a fool.
It's okay, as long as it was fun. That's all that matters.
It was. So yeah.
Well, let me get to some of the super chats, and then we'll dive into a topic, possibly. Mr. Tex, thank you for the 199 super sticker. I wish StreamYards would show us what it is. I don't think I'll. It's like a description at least, like they do on OBS. Oh wait, it's a heart. I see it. Thank you, Mr. Tex. Mate, thank you for the 5 Saucy Saturdays. Enter the Mazzaverse. Yes, there's already a Mazza in here. I saw him.
Every Saturday we're in the Mazzaverse. When are we never in the Mazzaverse?
It's the Mazza's coming to our stream more than any other stream. Like it's like this is when all the Mazzas are awake or something. Max Musterman, thank you for the 5. Is that Euro?
Euro, I think.
It is Euro. Okay. Wicked, do Disprove an X-Ray Girl know your fantastic Megatron impression? You should let them hear it. I don't know what you're talking about, Max. You're thinking of another Wicked.
No, I think he's talking about the right one. Can we hear it? I want to hear it.
Okay. I don't want Disprove looking at me while I do it because I feel judged.
He's not actually looking at you. He's like literally a whole ocean away.
If I was looking at I'd have to look at the camera to really look as if I was looking at it.
So the context behind this, I was playing Fortnite with Jay and he was Megatron and I was just like, Megatron. He was like, can you do that again? Is that your impression? I was so tired too. And then yesterday people were super chatting for me to do it again. And apparently everyone loves it, but X-Wing thinks I'm retarded because he was like, Megatron. I'm like, that's not how it sounds. So there you go. It's wonderful. I know.
Your Megatron impression is not very Megatron-y, but I think it's cute.
It just sounds like you saying Megatron.
It's a wicked Tron. I'm like, okay, that's me.
Oh, apparently Hypnotic had it and played it.
Played what?
A clip of you saying Megatron?
What? Hold on. What did I miss?
Oh,
Hold on,
was it really though, or are we talking about something else?
Hold on.
Mark Reality, I think you're talking about something else. I have a feeling.
Oh, the $50 super chat? That was before. Oh, no.
I don't know what clip you're talking about. Please let us know.
Hopefully not you drunk.
Oh my God. If he did that and didn't tell me, that bastard.
He's in trouble. Okay. Mate, thank you for the 5. Hey, X-Ray Girl, what's your favorite breed of dog?
As a pet, I mean, I'm a little biased because of Rocky. I do like Chihuahuas, but not the really derpy with the big eyes and buggy looking, like a proper Chihuahua. But I also really like Harley's breed, which is a Brussels Griffon. They're very smart, cute dogs. I think they're cute. I know they're not that cute. But to eat, German Shepherd.
A lot more meat on them.
Oh, absolutely.
They are more intelligent, though.
The smart ones taste good.
Okay, that reminds me of something. I'm gonna
Also,
show
you get
it
to
right
hunt,
now.
like, they're more difficult to hunt because they can outsmart you.
Extra girl like this.
Hey. That was the dog?
Yeah, the dog screamed like that. Hold on.
Hey. Oh no.
That's what I do at night. I look up reels. Carlos Lima. What's
I
up,
look
Carlos?
up reels and I know things.
Hi.
I do, and I fall down rabbit holes, and then I can't sleep, and I'm like, we're all screwed. What's up, ladies? Hello,
you
father.
like that meme where this sort of like, I'm trying to sleep, and then next thing, eyes are wide open, and then it's just like, what happens if? And then it's just some big long paragraph of like paranoia.
Yes, that's what happens if you are on TikTok after 1 a.m. Or not TikTok, I'm
Oh,
sorry,
God.
Instagram. I don't
We
have
won't be able
TikTok
to
anymore. I
do
know I
that
haven't
anymore?
I got off TikTok like a while ago, but it's the same thing. Instagram Reels are just people's TikToks. What's up, ladies? Hello, father. Keep being base as F. Hope you are all having a great week. Thank you, Carlos.
Gonna have
Oh, he called you
a better
father.
next week because
Father.
Section 31 is coming out.
Oh
my
my
next
god,
glorious
he's so
bonfire of
excited.
crap. I am.
He's
It's
getting
been
a
so long.
screwdriver ready.
It's been so long since there's been like a really funny disaster, and I think that's going to be one of them. Just from the poster, it's literally her with her high-heeled boot on the back of a man. It's like, if that's the rest of the show, this is going to be pissing hilarious.
Well, I'm
That
happy
sounds
for
like
next
some
week.
Dominatrix type of stuff then.
It did
Yeah,
a little
which is
bit.
why it's even funny, because we're supposed to believe that she actually could. Like, this is like a 65-year-old woman or something, and we're supposed to think she can go around beating up people and dominating them. It's going to be hilarious. Like watching your gran take on The Rock.
How do you know that our
That
brands
can't
couldn't?
happen. No,
Yeah, like
can't
they
even
might
It's
say
your
that.
gran. It's like,
You're
how do you know?
right,
I don't know.
she's
Basic
dead,
biological
Whisperer.
reality.
Yeah, actually, both of
Can't
mine
do
are.
anything.
Both of mine
Millennia
are.
of
Thanks for-
evolution.
That's a sore subject. Thanks.
Yeah, it turns out you had like a traumatic experience where The Rock came into your house and just started beating up your family.
You know
and
what?
then
It's actually just
we
bald
like,
men.
oh no, I can't
you're-
believe the trauma's returned.
If you're muscular and bald, I'm sorry, you trigger me.
In all the right places.
Oh, get that screwdriver! Get that screwdriver!
Oh my gosh. RL Dog 99 for 5. OnlyFans star Bonnie Blue slept with 1,057 guys in 12 hours last Saturday.
That's a lot of
Disgusting.
men to run through you.
That's just.
It's a very wide definition of slept with as well, because apparently not everything was inside, which I don't think counts.
No, it has to be. I feel like it has to. I don't want to say this. Penetrate you.
Yeah, you can't just touch a bloke and then be like, "Oh, that counts." Like, no, there's no effort. Take
We
some
did
pride
it.
in your work.
Be a better hoe.
Yeah, like that's just deficient at that point. You should be embarrassed.
Oh, hi, yeah, Max, you trigger me. Well, and that's the thing is like, she says like she did like gang bangs or whatever. I don't know what that means in her definition, but like at least with what's that chick's name with 100 dudes in a day?
I don't know. They're all.
I don't
insane.
either.
Whoever that chick is, she made sure there was like P and V action.
Mm-hmm.
So
She was
that
the
it at
one that
least
went
counts.
round walking down the street with it on her face.
Oh, okay, maybe. I don't know. Allegedly, I have no idea.
Not
But in
alleged. No,
any case-
she released video of it. She
Oh,
wanted
God.
everybody to know.
It's too much. But
Besides, even if she was going to sue me, what's she going to sue me for? Being a
oh, Lily Phillips, that's her name, Lily Phillips. Thank you, Chet.
don't care what
Yeah,
the name
no.
is. You
It's
can
just-
just be like OF number 5.
Number 5.
You're like, I'm not a number, I'm a free woman. Yeah, that's the problem.
Hoe number 1 and hoe number 2.
That's the problem.
It's okay.
this
We
is the whole
like garden
Fair
tools.
point, Mike.
It
After
is
100
literally-
people, it's not a gang; it's a small army. That guy just
Imagine
really
how she'd
fought-
take over an island. Like, she wouldn't need an army. She's just like, look, if I give you access, can I lead you? And they're like, yeah, sure. And they just throw her off.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just disturbed for anyone who follows that as an example. And I mean, like, Lily Phillips
Who's
is
you
trying
following
to.
that as an example?
Some people, it's the internet. People, trust me, someone's gonna be like, "Hey, look at all the
Kidding.
attention she's getting. I want that attention."
Oh my God. And then Lily Phillips is like, I'm going to do, because I can't do 1,000 men. I'm going to do
Well,
the annals.
Yeah, that's the next one. They're having a competition to see who can do the most. By the
I
back
think
entrance.
you can actually die from that.
There's hope.
Oh.
The thing is, when you're like, oh no, this is marketing or whatever, other people want, like, no, it's far too much work. Nobody else is going to put in that much effort.
Oh my God.
Everybody knows it's true. They want to go on TikTok, wiggle about for a bit, play some games on Twitch, and make millions. They don't want to put in some work. Nobody wants to put in work.
By the way, this is going to be a new meta at some point. That CES, there was a game where you can control it with some sort of female toy. The game is called Flappy Jack, where it's like a bird that goes up and down.
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Anyway,
that
so
or wizard sleeve.
where you put your hand on this controller up and down, controls where the bird is. I feel like this is going to be the next Twitch meta. Flappy Bird? So it's not Flappy Jack? Sorry.
Well, no,
Oh.
Flappy Bird was the original game. So it probably is Flappy Jack, so they don't get sued, I'm guessing.
Maybe. But all I could think was, oh my God, some chick is going to do this on Twitch, and then it's going to erupt a bunch of other people to do it. Ugh.
The more interesting one is the research where it's like something happens in one room in one part of the nation, and then that is played on other people's toys in another area of the world. And the only reason I find this interesting is because the name for it is teledidonics, which I think is just a hilarious word. Anything that's called teledidonics can't be bad. That's my theory.
What was the word again?
I think it's teledidonics, something like that.
Oh, he said it so fast. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't catch that. I still don't know what it means.
Yeah, teledidonics. The
I
name code for virtual encounters using networked electronic toys.
I don't think that's a word,
actually, no,
real word.
It's sorry, I got it slightly wrong. It's teledildonics,
Oh,
which just makes the word better, to be honest. There you go. I missed an L, a rather important L, but let's face it, that's an L for everybody.
I bet you're proud of that one.
I thought of it
He
as I was
was.
saying it. I was like, this is too good to pass up.
So I gotta say it. The
Yeah.
way his brain processes it is at a different speed
What-
than everybody else.
Well, it's the same way that things work in like reviews and stuff. Half the cuts is because I'll say something, and then as I'm saying it, I think of the next line, but it's too late to say it, so I just cut it all together.
It works.
I think that's the key to any kind of joke. It just gets more extreme, which is why if you talk to somebody that bounces things back at you, it's just funnier because they think of things that you don't, and by the end of the conversation, you're off in some weird severance land.
I'm down for it. I love that type of
What teledildonics?
no banter.
No.
I don't want whatever teledildonics.
Yeah, I'm out. You lost me on that one.
You were the one that brought up
well,
Wizard
technically
Sleeve
yes.
Jacks or whatever it was.
Wizard sleeve.
Yeah.
What?
What the heck is
You
that?
never heard the
I don't
term
get
wizard
it.
sleeve. It's the same
Is
as
that-
throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
Is that a box?
But it's like a wizard
Oh.
sleeve.
Oh.
You know,
really
a wizard
empty
sleeve.
box.
It's like,
Yeah, makes sense now.
uh,
I get it. Ah. And
Get a lot in there.
the
Yeah.
Mazzaverse has started. Gunnar Mazza for 5, super sticker. Thank you.
who is
Why?
that meant to be?
Why does it
What's
look
the
like
original picture?
it looks like a mixture of Jay and Epic Mike. If you look real
Is
close,
that their baby?
they had a
I mean-
baby. It's a good.
baby?
Is it if Mozza was 5 cent?
Oh my gosh,
I thought that was a good one.
that was a really good one. Yeah, someone said hip hop trunk baby. Exactly.
That's with inflation as well. He would have been 1 cent before.
Marker Reality, thank you for the 50. Hola, folks. The last Saucy Saturday before the return of the Mega King. Have you guys seen the interview between Taylor Lorenz and Alyssa Mercante?
No.
No. A meeting
I've
of the biggest self-described victims on the internet.
You should
I've
do a
not
video on that,
seen-
Dispy.
I've not
Yeah.
seen the interview. I've just seen the memes, and a lot of them are the same thing. It's like, is this the lowest state of journalism of all time?
It's just like a meeting of woke on woke. They're gonna try to outwoke each other.
I was saying they're gonna attack each other because the Wokies tend to do that.
Well, it's
Can
gonna
we
be,
get Frosk there too?
Oh, just make it a whole rumble.
I can't remember his name, but there's this guy that does like shorts where he plays both sides, and it's just sort of one side tries to outdo the other ones about everything, like working out and all kinds of stuff. That's what they would be with virtue signaling. Like, well, I care about the poor kids on the other side of the world. And she's like, well, I care about international space moss. Well, I care about the uncreated atoms of another universe in a parallel dimension. That can't somebody think about it and the impact our carbons have? Like, they would just go off as far away from humanity as possible.
Yeah, Frost will mediate. Yeah, that'd be great.
She'd just be in the corner looking at herself in the mirror, like flicking her hair back and forth.
Oh my god!
She wishes she could flick her hair like you, Disparu.
Well, this is why
I
she's
flick my
never-
always
hair back and forth.
I imagine she's late to every meeting because she's too busy admiring her own reflection.
She's
in
like,
the
wait,
glass.
I need a little bit more gel on this piece. It's out of
How
place.
American Psycho of her.
As she walks through the hallways, people have to put like blankets and towels over all of the windows just so she can actually get to the room on the end. What did she? Didn't she call herself? Oh, what was it? The Brad Pitt of lesbians. That was a direct quote of her. She said, "You may not think I'm attractive, but I am," and then said that.
She's like, just because you don't think I am doesn't mean I'm not. Okay.
Well, she might be. I don't know. Maybe they got terrible taste.
I think if you think so highly of yourself that you call yourself the Brad Pitt of lesbians, like, ew, your ego is too big.
I think the funniest thing is when she had to think of the most attractive person to use an example, it was still a man.
That's a
Who
fair
would be
point.
like the Brad Pitt equivalent in women?
That's a good point. Rod
It was probably
Stewart.
Kate Beckinsale when she was 20.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Or yeah, you know what? I can agree with that. There's
Jessica
couple-
Biel.
Yeah, her too.
Who's
Or
Jessica Biel?
Jessica Alba.
I thought you were gonna. I
Oh
thought you were
wait,
gonna
sorry,
say
that's
Jessica
the one. Sorry,
Alba.
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Biel is
My-
still pretty,
Scarlett
but yeah.
Johansson is
Jessica
pretty
Alba
too.
Mm-hmm.
Something's just happened with. Has she just divorced her husband to like 12 years or something? I think
I
I
don't
saw that
remember.
the other day. So you know, guys, there's a chance.
There's a chance.
She's back on the
Oh
market.
no,
boy.
the girl that was in Agatha. What's her face?
Aubrey Plaza?
Aubrey Plaza divorced her husband, and
No,
she's back on the market.
Jessica
Did they
Alba breaks silence over divorce from
Oh,
filing
so
from
she
cash warrant.
is divorced.
Yeah, I think
Two days ago.
didn't Aubrey's husband die?
I don't know.
I think so. I know Jessica Alba did because I saw something on that, but yeah.
20 years she's been married to him.
Oh, he died. Oh,
Oops.
Oh,
She
that's
just mixed
sad.
them up. It's okay. She mixed them up because Jessica Alba did just divorce her husband at the same time.
Yeah. 20
Sorry.
Alba
As,
divorced
like,
her
a-
husband of 20 years.
Wow.
At that point, you kind of think, like, well, what's the point? Like, you've just wasted 20 years of your life. Do you think you're going to find better? This guy was good enough that you could stay with him for 20 years. And you think you're just going to find somebody better than someone you could stand. Standing someone for 20 years as it is quite tough.
yeah.
True. Yeah.
I've only done that with family at this point.
And they drive me crazy, but I'm stuck with them.
It's even harder to get a new family, to be fair. You have to do some kind of necromantic ritual. I mean, talk about return to tradition.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna read a couple more chats, then we'll get. Do you guys want to do the Rocksteady stuff or the TikTok stuff first?
What's the Rocksteady?
Surprise us.
Okay, that it's the Suicide
I
Squad.
told you the Rock triggers me.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
In all the right places. It's his index finger. It works for everything, whether it be a gun or anything else.
That's
got to be a plus. Like, if you want a guy who knows what to do with his index finger, marry a Texan. They fire guns all the time. That thing has worked out more than any other part of their body. Well, no, he doesn't like guns though. That's the problem. That's why he was crap with them.
You want
someone who's down that range shooting hundreds of rounds of ammunition every day. It'd be like Popeye, but for fingers. It's just one finger that's got all the exercise.
Sometimes you need two.
Well, not if that finger's muscular enough.
Muscular finger. What?
Now I feel really triggered.
It's like I said, it's like Popeye.
Oh my goodness. Cal, thank you for the 5. Extra Girl as needs full editorial report on the Hasbro Transformers HasLab reveal at MegaCon.
What's an editorial report? Do I have to write a
report? Like a news report, basically.
No.
Extra Girl live
I'll
here.
just talk to him.
Here I am outside of the booth for the Hasbro Transformers.
There you go.
Basically, whenever I'm at cons, I just send pictures of boobs to ads. I'll be like, Tifa!
He'd accept that. Especially if it was a Hasbro robot of Tifa.
If they did a Tifa robot like they did at CES, I think ads would be all over that.
The main problem is he wouldn't want it to transform into a car. He'd just want it to stay as Tifa. So you'd have to have it transform into another woman. Yeah, like if it switched between Jessica Alba as a French maid and Tifa, now that is a transformer. That'd sell.
Oh.
It sure would.
Ooh, I don't know which one I would choose.
But you don't have to choose. You can have both.
She's like, I don't know which one I
have both at the same time?
Then you'd have to buy 2.
I mean,
and then you could pick whether you want one of each or both, depending on the mood.
You
could have double Tifas. And she's already double Tifa as it is, so you could have quadruple Tifa.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna beat Total Recall.
Mm-hmm. But we need the technology to be a bit better. Right now, the robots are just talking. That's it. We need more.
Yeah, it's like the most pointless thing. It's like that blue woman and everything. She's essentially the useless skin around the useful.
I mean, I could talk to ChatGPT for free.
Yes.
It might be a better conversation.
And they're at that weird stage of the uncanny valley where it's just repulsive. Like, you either need something stylized or exactly like a human. You can't have something that is kind of like a human because it just creeps everybody out.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, just do it without a face. That would make it less uncanny valley.
Yeah, that one was really creepy. And she had man hands too in her finger. Like,
well, no, because you still have the rest of it, just not the face. You could have a floating mouth. Nothing of value was lost. I mean, what are you going to do? Use the nose? It's the only way you're ever going to use the ears.
Girl at her work.
I'm just saying it might work for a girl. For a guy, I don't. Probably not. But
the whole guy thing about these robots, that's never going to happen because you don't get the attention from it and the validation from it, and so it would essentially be a permanent reminder that you failed because it's a robot. Whereas men would literally bang a hole in the wall. So robots doesn't matter. The men aren't after attention in the first place.
I've heard a lot of guys say that.
Yeah.
Hole in the wall is
because it's true. That's why.
Well,
the only guys that won't say that are the ones that are lying to you. That's basically the thing. Like, no, I'm after you for you. So, okay.
Okay. So, this is what I meant. The Rocksteady stuff.
I'm dreaming.
You guys know the whole thing with the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League and how they completely just not ruined, but they definitely disrespected the Arkham franchise, which is
the death
amazing.
of the actual heroes.
Yeah, except there's a twist, and this twist sounds like a 5-year-old walked into the office and was like, you should do this to make people happy. They didn't all die. They were just clones.
Now,
so Batman lived. Harley didn't really kill Batman. And the thing is, I'll read this article in 1 second, but the way they ended it wasn't even like a DLC. It was like a 2-minute little like 2D video. Yeah, like picture thing. And it's just Harley narrating because they ran out of money. So they're like, you don't get to play this, but this is what really happened. So don't be upset with us. But this game, yeah, what Christopher Peak said, it killed the studio. The Arkham games, I played them. I loved them. I played the Harley DLC. It was such a good game. And for them to just switch it up like that, like ultra feminist Harley and all that crap, it's just like, come on. It's really annoying.
There was a journalist that said, though, that actually this was revealed that they're all cloned ages ago. But nobody played the game, so nobody knew. It was only when it went around to like, oh, okay. So everyone thinks the finale revealed it. It's like, no, this has been known for a while, but nobody played the game.
Yeah. And it's just sad because this wasn't Kevin Conroy's last voice acting as Batman, but I think it was the last game. He was in someone in the chat can probably tell me what his last like actual lines were as Batman, but when this initially came out, people were so mad because he passed away like a month before this game came out, and then his beloved character, he's the best Batman voice that there is in the games and the show, all of that. And then, you just see Harley kill him and everyone was mad, which is rightfully so. It just seemed so disrespectful to do. And then there's like, just kidding, they're clones.
This is like the idea of multiverses, but in a different concept, so that you can just say, oh, this wasn't the real characters. This was just another set of characters.
Yeah.
I feel like they're using it as that to try to gain people back. But no matter what, you still disrespected the heroes and the way that they were killed. There's ways to, I didn't play this game. I haven't played the Arkham games. But from what I've heard, it was very hurtful for people who actually love the franchise.
That's why I wouldn't play it, because I love I'm actually going to replay the Arkham games at some point, probably this year. I'll start them. They're so well done. So for them to just have this be the end of it was just such a slap in the face. And there's even a scene, I didn't play it, but I've seen a couple clips like where Harley, because this was technically the first Arkham game, was where Harley was first overly sexualized, but people loved it. It was like that nurse outfit. I know Disprove, you played it, but X-Ray's probably seen images of it where she's like in the nurse outfit at Arkham.
She was sexualized way before that.
Well,
do you mean like in the grand history of her character?
Yeah, in the grand history, because like if you look at Batman the animated series, maybe in the comics, but I mean in like this type of form, like television or video games, because in the Batman the animated series, she was sexualized a little bit, but she wasn't like big boobs out, she had like the jester outfit. There was that one episode where she was in the lingerie, but it still wasn't super revealing. But they were saying this was like
Joker
where it
would
really
definitely go for that though, and he would cause that in somebody. It doesn't make sense for the Joker to go with like some frumpy mid. Like he would have corrupted somebody who would, because that would be the easiest person to corrupt as well, and I think that would be the way he would corrupt them. So I think it fits with the character.
Yeah, well, but in this one, she like sees her old outfit and she's like disgusted by it, and it's just like they really like just drove home that she's a super feminist now and she's not the Harley that everyone used to like, and it just very annoying. That they
it's just no one likes her anymore. Her character.
Yeah. What did you say, Disprove? Sorry, it is against her character, though. You're right.
Nobody likes her anymore. Like by removing what people liked, you haven't changed the character to some like a different thing that other people prefer. It's just nobody likes her. No one can stand her anymore. If she vanished out of the face of Batman, no one would care. Whereas I actually liked her as a character before.
At least with the movies, I think what drew me to her was a little bit of her personality, but just like the I don't give an F, but like on top of that, just being cutesy and adorable. And in some ways, sure, maybe I can relate to that. Not the murderous part, but you know.
Adorable.
This is what she looks like in Suicide Squad Kills. This one's kind of okay.
Not cute.
Like you can't see the outfit, but I'm saying like look wise, like that's kind of a Harley look. But this one right here is awful. Like what? Excuse me.
Well, she gets progressively worse as you go
maybe
from left
she
to
didn't
right.
want to do. Maybe she didn't want to do whiteface anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, it depends on, because if it's the new 61 Harley or new, is it 5161? I think I said it wrong. She actually gets her skin dyed because she jumps into the vat of, chemicals. But originally, yeah, she does put on the mask. Let's see, and then I just want to bring up the Arkham games, like this right here. This is what I was talking about, like the nurse outfit.
Yeah. Oh my!
Well, you have to
Those
remember,
are cute.
She isn't a superhero or like a supervillain or anything. She is just a woman which has been corrupted by the Joker, so she has no powers. So you would use what's available to you in order to, like, that would be your superpower.
New 52,
so
thank you.
By distracting men, by being able to manipulate them, that's how you would get one over on them to get what you want. This is the natural conclusion. This is why Black Widow in the Marvels and everything, she would obviously be a seductress, because she would use every talent she's got in order to do the job.
Our Ivy gave her powers in this game, guys? Because I didn't play this one.
No one played this.
So no one really knows. We just know that it was awful. But anyway, so early trailers for Suicide Squad Kill Justice League pointed to it being a far cry from the game fans wanted and expected from, sorry, I forgot to highlight, Batman Arkham series developers Rocksteady. However, when it was finally released, not only were the gameplay and live service elements widely criticized, but it was the story that proved most controversial. It turned out a game called Suicide Squad Kill Justice League featured Task Force X killing the Justice League. That meant the Arkham Batman died brutally at the hands of Harley Quinn, for example. And then the game's final ending has now been revealed in the form of a comic book inspired animatic narrated by Harley Quinn. It's revealed that the Justice League heroes killed by the villains were all clones, with the real Batman returning to take down Brainiac. And
so
they left Wonder Woman dead.
Brainiac is like a villain. He made them. But the funny thing about, not funny thing, I guess Diana, Wonder Woman, actually dies because she wasn't a clone and she dies. So people were mad about that because like, okay, they're all clones except for her. She would have
not died, I think, out of all of them though, right?
Yeah, well, she's supposed to be
like a goddess or something.
So I don't know how, maybe somebody in the chat can tell me
well, also, you have the problem
how they did it in the game, but...
Okay, so Batman, Superman, The Flash, they're all alive, they're all walking around, and during all of these events, they did absolutely nothing. They just sat there and watched, and turned up at the end.
Yeah, and Mike's right, she was an original creation for the animated series, then a bunch of fanfic writers made her a girl boss and ruined her. Exactly. She was just there to be... the Joker's right hand, and she was just always there for him. And then they're like, wait a minute, no, there's more to her. We're gonna make her like, a feminist, and so annoying. I used to really like Harley Quinn, but they have just used that character to death, and I'm done. I don't want any more Harley Quinn stories.
Even using Harley Quinn to death is not a problem as long as they do it right, and because the injection of ideology into putting her on a platform higher than maybe she was originally, it just didn't work for her. She is not a main character. She is a side character. And if you want to do a main character, stay true to who she is.
They can't. Like, her character is specifically against everything they believe because she is a corrupted doctor that the Joker got one over on her. And she likes being abused that way. And
I have it right here.
Keeps her around so he can abuse her. It was meant. It is basically the ultimate abusive relationship. Oh, I'm sure he'll love me really when he doesn't.
It's realistic.
But without that, you don't have her. That's who her character is, and it shows the power that he has because she was just like a normal person until she met him. But it also shows how broken she is. And the moment you remove her from him, the moment you like make her a girl boss, so you have to like heal how broken she is. There's no point for her to exist. Now she's just evil. And it's like, oh, okay. there's loads of evil people though. What's the hook with her?
Yeah. If they could have,
Sexiness.
yeah, but they took that away too. They made her.
No, but the hot part of her was that she was broken. That was the point.
And you're like, I want to fix her, or I want to.
No, nobody wants to fix her. That's the point. When she's fixed, everyone's like, nah, you're just evil now. Piss off.
Yeah, they could have done, and not to mention, back on just a quick touch on that game is I loved Ivy in the Arkham games. That's actually my favorite version of Ivy. Her story was, I won't get into it because X-Ray might eventually play the games and I don't want to ruin it. But I love her story in that game. And they turn her into freaking Greta Thunberg in this game. And I'm like,
is she all about climate change?
Well, no,
oh yeah, because she's dating whatever her face is.
And the look too, they made her so like she was hot in the Arkham games. And then when I seen a picture of her, in the Suicide Squad kills, I was like, this is Photoshop.
Hotter than Uma Thurman when she played Poison Ivy?
Well, no, she did great. But as far as video game, like here, I'll pull it up.
Yeah, she looked a lot like the original characters in Vampire the Masquerade, which has also gone through the same thing. Recent photos of Vampire the Masquerade 2, the women just look like men. And I mean, literally, the body models of both of them are identical. Literally identical. And so all those kind of things have been stripped.
This was her design in the Arkham games. Just looks cool. But then, hold on.
Oh wait, the thumbnail right down there. I see. Greta.
Yeah, right there. The heck, man.
Greta Thunberg.
Ew.
Oh my god, why would you? Why? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, and she was literally the same character. But I think because she dies, they resurrected her as a kid.
Not yet. Sorry. Next topic. But yeah, I don't know why they did that.
Because she was a clone. Was it Brainiac who resurrected her then?
Yeah, I guess it was because she was a clone. Yeah, but still, like, why did she have to come back? Like,
I don't think she is a clone. I think she is the original character from the games.
She
died, but she got brought back as a kid.
That's right, she did die.
And there's a very creepy scene from what I remember from when the game first released of as she kind of appears as a kid, Harlequin is coming on to her. And you're
that is disturbing because I was thinking about PDF files and how creepy it is to bring a sexual character that oozed that much as a kid and then bringing that up. Ugh.
Well, the way they played it off is that obviously they were in a relationship before, but then one of them turns into a kid that's supposed to put you off them. And she's like, no, she's just full steam ahead.
And that is a weird effed up part about maybe Hollywood and hearing about some of the stuff that has happened. Obviously, you're like, those types of people should not be around.
No.
It is interesting where they're like, oh, it's so innocent. I'm like, yeah, but why does it keep happening?
I mean, if I said that to a child, I feel like I should be locked up. Like, no. Like, that's creepy.
I mean,
and altogether, I don't like their relationship because I'm a big fan of the animated series, and they were friends. Like, oh my gosh, they were just friends. I can't believe it. Like, and I hate that because it's like, okay, you take Harley away from the Joker, let her just be Harley for a little bit if that's what you're doing. She doesn't need to automatically go with someone. Oh, she's close with Ivy, so let's make them lesbians. Shut up, stop. It's just. I never liked it. It's not even about because they're lesbians. Say Poison Ivy was a guy and they were like such good friends. I wouldn't be like, yay, I shipped them. It's like, no, just
see how I look at it. Poison Ivy could be like a bi character because she would want to seduce any and everyone possible in that sense.
Yeah.
But that's as far as I would take it.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, especially if you look back at, I know the Batman and Robin is not comic book accurate, but we got Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman, and we got Arnold, Mr. Freeze. As corny as it was, those lines are so funny.
What was that stupid one with the Ice Age again?
Oh my gosh. I can't remember. I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember. Someone in the chat's gonna say it. Too bad Trey's not here. He knows the whole dialogue.
If you were Mr. Freeze and you were walked in, you would 100% be dropping ice puns. You would. Like, it'd be impossible to. I would be disappointed if you weren't. Let's
They
have
killed the
anything.
dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, the
Ice Age.
I like the one where he freezes Robin. He's like, "Stay cool, bird boy."
Yeah,
He's
like,
like,
if you don't do that at least once in your life and say chill out, you're not a human being. You're not. This is why I like Bond with the puns. And they're like, where is he? It's like that. It's like as he come round, it's like, I think he got the point. And then it turns out he's just got like a spike through his chest. Like there were loads. That's what you would do if you thought of it. It would be impossible not to say. I would actually take off your license to kill if you didn't use puns. But you don't deserve this.
This brew for James Bond 2026 or something. I don't know when they're doing it.
I would go to war with broccoli. Like, my family's been leading this. It's like, yeah, the apple fell really far from the tree.
If X-Ray was a villain, she would only use puns. Yeah,
That's
probably.
how I'm gonna take you down.
You'd have to have like some kind of CW Flash like nickname. I don't know, the Punither or something like that.
The Punither.
And I don't have a lisp, okay?
Look, I mean, that was the first one I thought of. All right, we can workshop this.
No, I actually think that is the perfect villain name for a pun villain.
X-Ray can't get involved in a car chase.
No, I can. There'll just be a lot of destruction. It's fine.
It'll make for a great cinema.
Which, if you're a villain, is the point.
Yeah.
People are like, is she deliberately killing all those people? Like, no, that's just her driving. Wait till she gets to the other end.
Mike Tyson cast as the Punither.
No, that's perfect.
Oh my
this has to happen, guys. If we need we need a parody movie about all the silly woke superhero stuff that has happened. I think this would be the perfect kind of way to cast a villain.
Mike, talk to us. Write a script. Come on, Mike. Talk to us. We got ideas.
Oh my god, and Captain Irony. It's Captain America and Iron Man mixed together.
Oh no. I like it.
Yep. I think this is perfect. Oh my god, the Black Panther.
He's on it. Thanks, Mike.
Oh my god.
Just we'll get a script to you by the end of the month.
Well,
he's like,
well, there was like Spaceballs and stuff, but you can't do that anymore because everything that you would have to take the piss out of is something. It's like their sort of holy cow that cannot ever be questioned. So they can't make jokes about it. This is why comedies have died because every single joke you would have to make would be against them, and so they're like, no, you can't do that. You'll get. Oh no, that's too far.
Yep. Ooh, the flush. That's gonna be Skibbity Toilet, man.
There is gonna be a Skibbity Toilet movie, so.
Oh God, I'm not surprised though. Kids love Skibbity Toilet. Like the amount of children I've I've in my family that I've talked to, they're always like Skibbity Toilet.
I mean, if only they went to the movies. I mean, you're gonna require your parent to convince your parents to take you, and you're like, no, I want to see this movie about a toilet. I'm like, I'm sorry? How on earth are you going to explain to a parent Skibbity Toilet? Like Minecraft. I
don't think you can.
Minecraft, you could understand. But a guy sticking his head out of a toilet is,
Oh, that thing. Yeah, that was... I didn't know what you were talking about. I didn't know the name of it. I've seen, obviously, because it's, like, everywhere.
Yeah, it comes from the Half-Life stuff originally. I don't know how it's evolved over time.
Everything evolves over time. Life finds a way, Disparu.
Everything. This is like Hollywood is like, oh my god, society's progressive. It always improves. It's like, no, things rot. That's what happens. Everything rots if you don't upkeep it. It's what's happened to society. This is how you end up with a man sticking his hair out of a toilet and you think it's entertaining.
What's up, Kings? Thank you.
What's up?
I just made myself a joke. Hunter got it. Disparu didn't hear it. Because he was processing something else in his head. It's okay.
Have a one-track
mind. It's okay. Buddy Pal Chief, big guy for 5, like the stream, or you're not a little bit of a slag, you're a total slag. Thank you.
It's my favorite clip from EastEnders. I wasn't a little bit of a slag. I was a total slag. Like, this is amazing.
That's not gonna get clipped. Darth for 5. Can you hear the people sing the song of angry TikTokers?
Oh my god, the amount of TikToks that I've seen of people doing like the TikTok dances and crying. It's like, okay, I never want to say that people losing their jobs I'm happy about, because I think that that part is sad. But at the same time, when you're in a job where you're a sole proprietor or a business owner, you never know when it's going to go away, when it's going to go up in flames. So guess what? I watched a video where a girl was like, my carrying cost monthly was $10K. I'm like, excuse me?
On TikTok?
Yeah.
What was she buying? Underwear?
$2K was rent, and then she just bought a Mercedes SUV, so she had to.
Oh, I thought you meant overheads on her TikTok business, not like her life.
Oh, her life, and then God knows what else. Her nails, her hair, because you could tell that she did a lot with that. It's ridiculous.
Why are you message to tell me that you've tweeted? You could have put the tweet in the message.
Or the message in the
tweet. That's too much work.
He's the kind of person who will like leave you an answer phone message, then text you to tell you they left you an answer phone message. Like,
check your messages.
Typed out. Like, it's the same people that go, "Hi." What am I supposed to do with that? If you just DM me hi, what am I supposed to do? Why don't you just type the first thing you want in the first time round so I can answer it? I don't get it.
I can totally hear Jay right now. Oh, Disbrew.
Like, wow. that was like, wow.
But you're like my favorite person, Disbrew.
I have to go to TikTok and then search through my notifications. He didn't even DM me. He didn't even DM me.
He tweeted you, he said.
Yeah, but now I'm going to find the tweet that he did somewhere.
Now he's got to work. Good job, Jay.
Can you bring brown sauce? No, I can't bring food. I found that out last time.
Oh, yeah. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah, no, I literally got dragged off. I literally got dragged off into a side place at like customs. But you can't bring any of this. It was like biltong. It was beef. You can't do that.
Oh, you can't bring any meats, cheeses, or
yes, I'm not gonna bring anything.
Fruits and veggies. You can bring crisps.
I'd be like, oh, you.
She's like, I know, I brought my crisps.
I was like, no, I'm just not gonna bring food then. Screw you.
Yeah, I was carrying cheesecakes from Boston once, and I was like, I know this is technically milk products, but can I bring the cheesecakes across?
No.
And I think the power of boobies, I did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Every time I go past the border, I wear a little bit of a low cut top, look a little cuter than usual, and it always works.
Thing is, when I try that, I have to stay there twice as long.
I always look homeless.
There's no way we're letting you in.
When I travel, I look homeless. Got sweatpants on and a comfy shirt.
Oh, well, I mean, you don't really travel over the border often, right?
No, not really.
Yeah.
They did take pity on me.
They were nice, though. A lot of people
say,
your
first time traveling.
They took
pity. No, it's my first time traveling to America. But the flight people there, I had to leave and come back like 3 times because they kept asking me things. I'm like, no, I haven't done that either. And they're like, oh. So by the end, he was like, your luggage is overweight. Like, oh no. How much is it? He's like, you got to put it in your bag. Oh.
You got to put all your clothes on.
And then he went, I'll let you through, but. And then he was like, you will have to move it over. It's like, okay.
I don't understand what's the difference.
You can buy it over there, I'm sure.
You can buy HP sauce here in Canada, or not Canada, in the States.
Just make sure it's I think it's Heinz HP sauce. Mind you, that it may not be the same, so you'd have to make sure it was the imported stuff, because I know you have different ingredients and stuff over
there. Check the international aisle. Oh, I found Turkish Delight in the international aisle this brew, and I'm gonna try it on stream. They're probably gonna hate it because I didn't like it in 4th grade. Turkish Delight. I found one that's imported from UK. I didn't get it yet, but I'm gonna eat it on stream, so I'll let you know. I'm probably not gonna like it.
I've only ever had one brand of it, and I used to really like it until I ate too much of it, and it made me feel
in like
ill.
a purple package?
Like a pinky thing, yeah.
Okay, it's probably that one. I didn't like it. I had it in 4th grade, and I thought it was a gummy. I was like, "Ooh, a gummy!" I took a bite, and I was like,
I never used to like it. Then it grew on me, and then I had too much. Then it made me feel ill, and I've remembered that my entire life. I can't stand it anymore. Like, even the thought of it makes me feel ill. Because I ate that much at a time. My body was like, no. Back away.
You know, Drunk 3PO, I'm sure there are stores in the States that sell the HP sauce. You just have to find them.
Every country has imported foreign food. Yeah.
Like, we have one in a town close to us that has, like,
he wants
all
it
the
from
UK stuff.
Disparu.
Well,
He's
you
not gonna
can
stop.
definitely get
Jay
loads-
wants Disparu's HP sauce.
There's loads of
Bring it over,
English
baby.
imported companies and stuff over there. HP isn't even that nice, by the way. Not
No,
the brown
it's
sauce.
not.
No.
What is it?
HP sauce?
Well, it's just
Yeah.
called brown sauce. HP brown.
Oh,
I don't like calling
it's-
it brown sauce because it sounds gross.
yeah.
I think that's a you problem.
I'm looking on the Publix app. I'll look right now.
It's your dirty mind.
'Cause now I'm curious to see, and I'll ask Disparu if it's the right one. Carlos Lima, thank you for the 5. Did someone say Gran? I love that Korean woman. Every time I see X-Ray Girl, I see Gran. Do I have a problem?
Well, Gran has an Instagram, and Gran has a Soup Live account. Gran
Who?
does Korean K-pop dances in low-cut tops and dresses.
I
So
don't.
if you like Gran
Only when she
in the
travels.
game, check out her Soup Live. Also, what's her name? Yun B, same thing.
Oh.
I don't know.
Are
any
you
of these
saying I
people.
need to do K-pop TikTok dances and low-cut tops?
Well, this is why I'm surprised TikTok took over it, because the Korean K-pop dancers are just better in any way. But I think the
they're
problem
better
is that,
dancers. I'm sorry.
yeah, I think the problem is that requires talent to do properly, and you can tell the difference between someone that's talented doing them and someone isn't. And the TikTok dances are just anyone can do this.
I found it.
Not
Jake's not even here. Look
necessarily.
at it. Oh, it's too bright.
Yeah, you're just blinding us all.
Maybe you should,
You're
you
getting
should find it
flashbanged.
on a webpage.
Look, my
Find it on a
camera's even
webpage
messed up
so you can
because of
share
it.
it.
Well, I found it on Publix app to see if Publix in Florida
Oh, the
has
HP
it.
sauce?
It's from UK. It's an international foods aisle, like I said, and it's the HP brown sauce, the original. Let me see if I can find it and share the page. Jay comes in and we're talking about sauce. Thanks, Jay.
Jay totally derailed the
worst
stream.
It looks like A1 sauce. Is that what it is? Like steak sauce?
If you want English food,
It
you're
is
going to have to
steak
fly
sauce,
over here.
Yeah. Honestly, the place that Garrett, Adam, and I went to for pie, like not shepherd's pie, but it was like the pot pies. It was like this little hole in the wall. You would probably not go there normally, but it was like €5 or 5 British pounds for
And
one.
That was London. If you want anything English, you don't go to London. You were lucky to find any English food there at all.
All
The
right.
best food though was at the farm, Clarkson's farm that I
he'll
had.
Yeah, he'd do actual English.
Mhm.
Here.
It was so good. I will say this: the Koreans,
This is the one I found.
when they teach, like they go through K-pop training, because they go through it when they're really young, and they go through like dancing, singing, all that.
I'm just
they're
on
very
about like their
stringent.
version of Twitch, so it's just your average person. These aren't trained people.
Is this it, Disparu?
I mean, that's what the bottle looks like, but you need the imported stuff. Like,
It is. This is, well, at least at Publix.
I also don't care about this. I don't even know why it's on the screen.
Because X-Ray said to share it, so I did. I found
Oh,
it in the app.
I thought you had the grand Instagram, to be
There.
honest.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. Well, there
I think
you
we
go.
should show the grand
There you go.
Instagram
Can
instead.
you pull it up? Because I don't know what
Okay.
you're talking about.
I will find. It's actually really easy to find.
Yeah, there you go, Jay. International aisle. You're welcome.
We have a store called Loblaws, and they have an international food aisle, and I bet they have that there too. I'm so excited.
I like the international food aisle. They got a lot of good stuff there.
Can you even? I'm not even
What?
sure you can. Not even sure you can show her Instagram.
Oh, he's looking. I don't know who Grant is.
What's her Instagram? Show me. Drop it in the private chat. I'll take a quick perusal right now, because Instagram you can't show full nudity, so I think it should be fine.
Because that's hers, and that is all of them.
Okay. Oh, that outfit. Oh, hot damn.
Okay,
Yeah, the one 3 rows down on the left, I was like, I'm not even sure if that's like YouTube
Okay.
alone.
I will just show one. Yeah, we.
I'm gonna X that out.
Okay, wait.
I was ready for that.
This is what I mean. She is like an actual model, and then you go through to her link thing, and
Here,
yeah,
I'll show
Super
this.
Live and everything.
This is the tame photo. Okay,
it's very tame compared to the other ones.
The other one we cannot show. In
now, one thing you can show is they do have a YouTube channel.
I showed that YouTube channel on my last stream.
Yeah.
It is something.
Are you pulling it up?
I mean, I
No.
can try and...
Okay. It's because it's in Korean, the title of the channel.
Nobody needs to know what they're saying.
Was that X-ray girl? Yes.
The chat.
That's how she dresses when she goes over the border.
For some reason, I remind them of her, and I think I'm doing her a disservice. I will say there are certain tops that my hair does do the grand thing.
No, the best was what was it in Zorro, when he gets the sword and he like slashes her dress and it just all falls down and her hair is just there, and it turns out they like glued her hair down, so it had to fall perfectly, cover everything. That's the hair. This is why, you know, when someone's gone, they've cut their hair to like there, and all the women are like, "Oh, you look so amazing." Like, okay, you actually hate her.
You hate her.
No, it is. Like,
all right, let me catch up on these super chats, and then we will go on to the next topic. Ed Song, thank you for the 5. Lily Phillips sounds like she is just running an escort service without money changing hands. Yeah, it's pretty. Everyone involved is pretty gross. I don't. Yeah, that's all I got to say on that. 16-bit mascot for 5. Hey guys, glad you're still on. Still the best Saturday show. I have more text, so I'm gonna fill it. Yeah, so vibrating game controllers suck. Thank you, 16-bit mascot. Marca Reality, thank you for the 10. The Lorenz Mercante interview. Hypnotic had it and played it, giving sort of an EFAP type of review. Internet gold.
Oh, that's the one he was referring to.
Yeah, that's what he was referring to. Mm-hmm.
I feel like, Hypnotic would be on top of that.
You do kind of wonder, like, what on earth could they even say that would be interesting between them?
Nothing.
I think the commentary is more entertaining at that rate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but you're like, well, we're going to interview each other. It's like, okay, so what have you got to contribute about literally anything between you? What is your area of expertise?
Hi, Keanu. What's up?
I love how we get all excited and Discord always goes,
Yellow.
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 Andrew Matthews, thank you for the 2 pounds. Extra Girl can only stand 80% of Mark. Oh, this is from
To be fair, there is only 80% of him.
The 80% that counts.
Andrew Thomas for 5. Hey, hot librarian Wicked.
As far as X-Ray is concerned, he's still got 2 legs.
Innocent X-Ray and Sydney Sweetie's baby daddy Disparu.
What do you always say when you lose something? Something else grows to compensate.
What are your thoughts on the Neil Gaiman SA allegations?
If it's true, he's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, my entire thing is I don't care about trial by media. Anyone that goes to the media, I don't believe you. If it's true, go to the police, have their day in court, and then we'll find out that way. If
fair point.
These things happened so long ago that we're past any kind of court conviction that could happen, then I default to I don't believe you. Because if you want to be innocent until proven guilty, then unless you go through due process, you're innocent. And so, I really don't care. But I hate trial by media. Go to the police, sort it out there.
Yeah, like it's one thing if you go to the police and then it comes out and the media runs with it, but when you go to the police first, it always makes you look a little less credible, we'll say.
Well, not even less. Like, I want you to go to the police. I think you should go to the police.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens,
right
go to
away,
the police.
If possible.
Yeah. The sooner you go there, the more likely there will be that they can sort it out for you. That's what you should be doing. That's what I recommend to anybody.
Yeah, and I mean,
I don't know what you want a magazine to do. Like, what do you hope?
They want to smear him, and they think that is the best. Like, and this is like maybe a female thing, is ruining someone's reputation to them is more detrimental than
it is more detrimental.
Actually stopping them.
Yes, and that's the wild thing. Is like I haven't looked into it. I just heard what Ryan said, so I'm just spewing out what he said. But for example, the babysitter or whatever, if that actually happened and you stayed as an employee of a person who did that to you, that says more about her than it does about him. If you think that act is disgusting, why work for him still?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
I don't know much about the story. I've heard a little here and there, so I can't say too much, but what Disparu said is very spot on. I don't know why people do that. Go to the media first. Because even if it is true, it seems that, like he said, you're more concerned with ruining the reputation than getting actual justice and making sure that it's not done to somebody else. So that's, yeah.
Just if something happens, go to the police, go through due process.
Yeah.
Better.
It just makes
also,
sense.
you also have to think
your evidence is fresh.
Let's say you do wait 15 years and then you start telling people about it. That means that person for 15 years has been doing that to other people. Yeah. So you should go immediately so that person doesn't do it to anyone else.
Yep.
There is no downside to going to the police. And I think it's one of those things, if you want to have due process, then you have to go through due process. That's what it's for. If you want to have innocent until proven guilty, it has to be for everybody. This isn't like, oh, we can have an exception kind of thing.
And the thing is, if there's multiple people coming in to say something, it builds a case for it at the very least, because realistically, a lot of these things are he said, she said.
Yeah.
And how do you prove it?
I, in general, think that when it's done by trial by media, the more people come out and speak about it, the less I believe them, because that means there are more people that didn't go to the police. And so I think that every time someone doesn't go to the police, it makes it less likely that it was happened, because surely one of you, the first thing I would do would be go to the police. That's what I would expect most people to do.
Well,
and so if there's like
logical.
100 people that didn't, I'm like, hang on.
And well, I mean, it also depends on where you are, but you could also go to the hospitals as well, because hospitals do have grape kits and stuff like that. And
they would report you to the police. So.
And if anything, a hospital's records, I think, mean a lot more than if people are worried about police and corruption, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
But then again, it's because I work in the hospitals in Canada. I don't know if it's the same in the Americas.
It is. It's if you do, it's. I wouldn't say. I guess it depends. But it's good to have that and a police report. So, like you said, if something falls through with the police report, well, you went and you had the kit done, and that's evidence right there that it was done. So, yeah, no, you're right. I think. I mean, at least in America, and then in Canada, I don't know about
just
UK.
Go to any institution that will help you, and they will all know the procedure if you don't. I think you have a case, like has happened in the UK.
Rust.
If you go and report things and then they ignore you and they don't investigate, then that's when you take it to the media. Because you're like, these people are ignoring me. And that has happened over here. But in this case, I don't think it will.
Yeah, Amelia Clark's scroll arm. Yeah, I just read some stuff about that. It's very disturbing.
Yeah. That's what I was just referring to.
Yeah.
In that case, then yes, you need to make a big deal of it outside. But the first port of call should be the institute.
Yes.
Yep.
Jason Webster, thank you for the Australian 5. Hi to the beautifully buoyant. Did I say that right?
Buoyant, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like X-ray girl, astoundingly astute, wicked virtue, and the Grandmaster of Rapier. Okay, I always feel like I'm saying that wrong when I say it like that. With Wit Disparu, you complete my weekend. Lol. Thank you, Jason.
Ooh.
Did you see what Petter called milk earlier in the week?
Yeah, I seen something about that. Do you have it? Yes, on Twitter.
I could probably find it because it went viral.
It did. One of my friends that's not even like on the internet sent it to me. I was like, "Did you see this?" And I was like, "I love milk." I don't know why I didn't think to send it to you actually, because you're like the milk master. You love milk. That sounded weird.
Just milk. No, he is. He keeps the carton on his desk. It's fine.
The best thing is, you can now literally on YouTube call it grape juice.
What? Milk?
I've linked it. Yeah.
Here, let me see.
It even got community noted. That's how much they was like, wait.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me.
I'm assuming this is the one you're thinking of because I can't imagine what else they went viral
I have
for.
never heard of this.
Oh, I don't know if I should even share this because of the word. Like, will we get in trouble on YouTube because it doesn't say grape?
But they don't like the word.
Yeah,
so I don't know what you were thinking of then. What was yours? Because that's the only one I've seen.
No, I think this was it. But so I'm gonna cut the one part out and just read. It says cows are not graped for their milk. Dairy farmers have cows entering milking machines
you're reading
voluntarily.
The community note. The PETA note is better.
Okay, sorry. Let me say PETA, I say PETA. The fact that milk is basically grape.
I say tomato,
juice,
you say tomato.
Not enough
then again,
for you.
I'm correct.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is what PETA said. How about this? Milk-based cheese contains stomach lining and addictive drugs.
Yeah, who's putting crack in my cheese? That's what I want to know. I was more concerned about that than I was the grape juice.
Is that why I like cheese so much?
Actually, unironically, below is just everyone going, is that? I really love cheese. Now I know why.
Is that why? It's also crawling with bacteria, some of it harmless and some of it pretty icky. I love that. It's pretty icky.
Oh.
Okay, PETA. For example, the same family of, there's more. Hold on. The same
you
family
could ignore
of bacteria.
I think you've got the best bits.
Okay, I got so this is readers adding context. It says cows are not graped for their milk. Dairy farmers have cows entering milking machines voluntarily. Bee linens naturally exist on human skin in soils or dairy and are harmless. Yeah, that's it. But the cows aren't graped for their milk. That's
how I wake up in the morning about to have my grape juice. And it was like, wait.
What do you think we do to almonds? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Where are the nipples? That's what I want to know.
I'm surprised that nobody.
How do you milk an almond?
I'm surprised that nobody has made a clip of Disparu, like Meet the Parents. Like, I have nipples. Could you milk me? I'm surprised no one's done that yet because of that whole thing he went on wishing that he could lactate. If you guys remember that gem from
that was a fun night.
He was in rare form.
The movie Meet the Fockers.
I loved it. Oh, and they got.
Did you know that went to a court about whether they could call it that or not? And the judge said, "We will allow you." Yeah, because it was like this is the whole thing.
Too close to the bad word.
Yeah, we don't think you can put this on a poster. So the judge said, "We will allow you to have that as a name for your movie, if you can find a family which is actually named that." And they went around the world searching all the surnames and found one family with that as a surname, which is how the movie got made.
You know what?
If
Facebook
but imagine being that family. And it's like, yeah, Mr.
If Facebook existed earlier in life, they would have just had to do a search.
Yeah, they could have Googled it now. But back then, it took...
They had to fly around the world and... No.
Probably just out there.
Like, there are books of surnames. They probably just scrolled a bit.
I like mine, but mine is more legendary. They all got on the plane, the whole cast, and they're like, let's find
They were just knocking on doors. Do you know anyone called this?
You know this guy?
Imagine your name was Richard.
It's the dedication to the joke, though. They were like, no, I want my movie called this. Therefore, I will put that much effort into finding
the prequel.
Oh my god, can that be a documentary? They should have.
One man had a dream.
To name their movie Meet the Fockers.
An uphill battle against the oppression of the court system.
All right, let me try to catch up here. Super chat. So then we'll get on to our next topic. Mark Ariely, thanks for the 5. Harley Quinn was never a main character. She was the Joker's girlfriend. Yeah. Agreed. I always liked her, but it was like, she was in some episodes, if you want to go to the Batman the Animated Series, she was like a comedic relief a bit. She was
comedic reliefs cannot lead.
That's
right.
True.
Like,
no,
it doesn't work. They need someone to play off of, and maybe in a TV show she could have an episode dedicated to her every now and then. But that says best.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
they
know.
did like they had like a kind of like a Gotham City Sirens episode with her and Catwoman, Ivy, doing just like off on an adventure, and that worked. That was fine. And again, her and Ivy were just friends, and it was great. They were like besties, and it worked way better than them being a
Yeah, what is
couple.
up with people who are changing best friends to actually like relationships? Can't dudes be friends? Can't girls be friends without making it like, well, then again, I have many wives, so.
She's like, I shouldn't be talking. I've got like 5 wives. Um,
My bad.
I don't. That picture confused me. Lethal Pusho Beach Lightning for 5.
Okay.
Oi, Wicked, Disparu, and the Asian Chick. My top single hit a record of 100 downloads. We going in. Where's my Zombro Maza at?
Oh my god, that does sound like Lethal though.
Yeah, it's probably really him. Just a pretend alt account. Two's nose for 5. Harley and Poison Ivy are sleeping with each other in the HBO Max animated series. They are. The first season was actually pretty well done of the Harley Quinn, whatever it was called. But they dived into her and Ivy together, and they just kind of ruined it. It was more like stepping all over men, as they always do with these new writings of these characters. Bring the women up, put the men down. It's not good. But the first season was good, and I had a little bit of hope, but then they just no. Mark a reality for 5. Patiently waiting for Hollywood to make a live action remake of Captain Underpants. Oh my gosh, I remember those
They've
books.
done an animated one, and that was the exact one I was thinking of. When what were we talking about? Like kids shows or something? That would be a fun,
live action. Yeah, if it was done properly, yeah, it would be.
But I think the charm of Captain Underpants was the animation character style that they did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the quirky comic book style that they did.
Yeah, if you had a bald 3 hair, I don't know, I don't remember his hair for some reason very well, but like running around in his underwear. That's fat.
It might be a little weird.
A little weird.
They might not. I think if they did that, it wouldn't be as much. It'd be like half live action and half CGI, probably. Like one of those live action things.
I don't know if it's worth it. Just animate it.
Yeah, agreed. Duppy, thank you for the 2. Are the dogs in the international food aisle? Are there dogs?
No, I usually just find them on the street and steal them from owners.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm hungry.
Jason Webster with the Australian 5. If I ever were able to have shots with extra girl and tugs, the result would be the stuff of legend, recorded forever in the annals. I was like, I gotta be careful.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
There is the word that's annals.
Annals. I've never heard that word before.
Yeah.
Yes, I learned a lot.
I think we've had fun.
Jason. Even Disparu does. Like, there's usually at least one word a week that he's like, hold on, he's got to look it up.
My favorite. I can't. Oh, I always forget what it was. It was the Snow White actress used it.
Oh yeah,
that was the last one.
Someone in the chat will remember it. Mark a reality for 5. Do not go to the media or the police first. Go to a lawyer and keep your mouth shut. The bane of my existence.
What?
Oh,
a lawyer ain't gonna help you with this.
Well, lawyer and then police, I would say, because you do got to report it. But lawyering up is not a bad idea if it's a big case like this. When you're trying to bring down someone big.
I mean the person that it's happened to.
What? Like the person that's reporting?
Unless you've changed the topic.
No, but this was from before. This was like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, if something has happened to you, you don't need to go to a lawyer for. You want to literally walk into the hospital instantaneously afterwards, if that's what was possible, to get the evidence.
Yeah, well, that's a hospital. That's different from the police, but the hospital would report it.
They will send you to the hospital.
Go to the hospital, call your lawyer.
This is not your accused. This is something's happened to you.
Yeah, no, Disparu was right with that. But always hospital first, but not the police. But the police are going to get brought in because the hospital's going to call. So it's like when you get to the hospital, get all that done, you can contact your lawyer while you're in the
I
hospital.
think places
makes
like that
sense.
are required to. That if you let them know about a crime, they have to report it.
Yeah.
I think it's the same with even like churches and stuff.
Yeah.
If you tell them about a crime, they're like, well.
Yeah. Spiderfinger for 5. Publix International aisle is great, but they've no cornettos, no Lizzie Floozies, and no bum pops.
I don't know what the
any of
last
those
two are. I know what a cornetto is.
This is all UK food, I take it.
I've not heard of the last two.
Hmm.
Cornettos are in the UK. The best bit is right at the end, though. Cornettos are an ice cream cone.
Oh, you know what? The Publix International food aisle doesn't have cold stuff. That's why there's no cooler in that aisle. Yeah.
A bum pop, just from the description, would be like an ice lolly, I'm imagining.
Totally did not think that at first.
I thought like maybe like a dum dum. Do you have those in Canada? The little
I only know that as a
lollipops. They're little lollipops.
No, we don't have dum dums. I mean, there's dum dums.
I thought you just meant blondes.
But not a lollipop.
Everyone's got those.
We got lots of those in Canada. Yeah. Oh my god!
They keep walking around the street with it on their face.
Thank you for the super sticker. What is that? 6? It doesn't have. What is that?
Shekels.
I don't know.
Shekels?
It looks.
Oh, okay. I thought the sign was just messed up on the super sticker image there.
Well, in front of the 6, the sign looks like the Xiaomi logo. I don't know why my cup did that.
Thank you, Nini. And MTB Steve for 5. If it ain't got a teat, it isn't milk.
Exactly.
Where is the teat on the almond?
How do you milk an almond?
The oat and the soy. They get it from Soy Boys. I got it.
Shouldn't it be called like? I know they call it milk because of the color, but like I don't know. Wouldn't like
juice.
Almond I was like juice or water or something.
Almond
grape juice.
There is almond extract though.
Well, the almond didn't consent, so.
Did they ask for consent?
Well, I mean, it's an almond. It can't.
Did you think about the almond's feelings?
I didn't when I started touching the computer either, to be fair. I start pressing its buttons, I never asked.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I mean, does a password count? It accepts the password, and so it agrees. That's the only conclusion.
All right. Should we, before we go into the next topic, this was
Wicked, like, I don't even know what to reply. It's like, I need to move on.
I don't. It went like
next they'll start talking about Microsoft Word. It's gonna go way too far.
Way too far. Disru dropped this in the group chat this morning. And
I did not read it, so this is going to be a surprise to me.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
The video. So this is a compilation of this guy in, was it China, that he does ads? I don't know if it's where he is, but he does.
Yeah.
He uses like TikToks and stuff to make ads, and it's pretty funny what he does. But I wasn't ready for this when he.
And the best thing is, all of these are actual TikToks
that he's replying to.
These are not jokes. These are serious videos that someone put out and thought, this is the world needs to hear this. And then he just takes the piss.
Here we go.
I know I don't wipe my ass and it stinks when I walk past you in public, but
anyways, here's how to tell if you're sound. The vinyl has less than 1 year warranty.
Red flag that I seen a guy's having a mom and even worse having a sister.
What?
Stop it.
Hold on. I know how to stop that.
What is the only thing that, like, if he's been born,
I can't even do it.
I can't, there's no way.
That's a red flag, guys.
Like, he's already popped out a 1. That means it's way too much for me.
Oh my god.
I like his reaction.
Like, he was probably admiring the view halfway down. Like, what a cretin. Like,
sorry, I've got a mom. See you later.
It's like, yeah, if he's got a sister, that's 2 women in his life. That's way too much.
I'm too jealous.
Anyways, watch me put it out like this. It gets sucked immediately. Changing the poster takes us.
Hello.
Goodbye. Anyways, if you want to start a business on a budget, make sure you go to the Source Factory.
Name 5 women that feel safe being in a room alone with you.
I don't know 5 women. Anyways, if you don't know how to take your business to the next level, come.
I'm proud to be black.
And I'm proud to be Donald Trump. You know, I've been to China. Tremendous place, really. And let me tell you, folks, there is a way to spot a bad.
So I got served today at a.
Oh my god. That is so low effort. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I need Az's opinion on this.
I know, we gotta know.
No, the tits are too small. They don't look real.
Pharmacy, and
Sir, here's how to tell if your LED sign is cheap, sir. If the light burns out
sir.
quickly, it might.
I like that one.
I got served at the restaurant. Sir, yes, sir.
Oh gosh, this
Oh,
one.
this is my favorite. This is amazing.
I wish that I was good enough.
What's up, homie? I'm Tony. Well, you may like this acrylic.
If this is you, you
Oh,
better
good.
lower your mother tone when you talking to me.
If you don't know how to make a store sign, take it from me.
I am my boyfriend's first black girlfriend.
If you're black, then I'm the real Donald Trump himself. China, China. I know China very well.
That's great. He probably sold a lot of signs. That's very good marketing.
Oh yeah.
That's
That's why he
great
keeps doing it.
marketing.
Well, it makes you literally go viral. And the thing is with it as well, because I know people are like, oh yeah, free speech in America. There's a lot of stuff you can't say in America. As a Brit, I know it because I can't say it either, even words from my own language. And so you have a Chinese guy who literally just doesn't care because in this country, what are you going to do, right? So he can say what everyone else wants to say but can't because they're on the wrong platform. This country pissing owns the platform. He knows he can get away with it. So he's like, hey, I'm just going to go for it.
There's been a few. The first, like the big girl that leans against the wall crying. The first
That's my favorite. 'Cause
video
you have to
I've
remember
ever...
what happened. And a lot of them, they are quite subtle, and that is one of the more subtle ones.
Yeah. No, I've seen a couple, like one or two. Like just one in particular that I can remember is a guy. Like I think he's actually like in the bathroom and he's like on the phone, like okay, he's all happy, trying to get. He's like, hey, like and he's like freaking out, trying to get out. So there's been quite a few people that have, done videos of that girl. That's something with there's a lot on the internet that I'll never understand. But recording yourself crying.
Well, it's the amount of everybody knows it's fake because the amount of effort and time it takes to set up a camera and then start crying.
Like
This is different than just getting your phone and doing this is way different than setting up a tripod on the other side of the room and then collapsing in front of it.
Probably took her a long time to get back up too.
But it makes more sense when you realize that this is how they compete. So their social competition is how distraught they are and how emotional they are about certain events. So by having more emotions than someone else, they are a better person. And so people just fake it.
Good point, Papa Bunny. The internet is full of narcissists and other losers. It's
I
true.
don't think she should be unhappy that her husband divorced her. I think she should be amazed that she got one of them.
Well, you know what? Maybe now she's gonna hit the gym
Always look
and better herself. You know,
Yes.
Always look at
Well,
the brand.
it's a learning experience. Didn't Camelot do that? I think after
What?
his divorce is when he got jacked.
I don't know.
So, yeah, I think he literally turned into like the jacked kind of triangular machine he is because of that.
Ed Song for 5. Disparu, what is your opinion of the new military/cop shows on the streaming services like Reacher, Terminalist? They all seem to feel weird.
I like. I've only seen season 1 of Reacher. I didn't see season 2. I do need to go back to that. I actually forgot it existed. Terminal List, I didn't like. I thought it was going in a different direction than it did at first, but I liked both the series. I know Terminal List season 2 is coming out. I'm looking forward to that. I don't want you to know by feeling weird as such. I prefer. Like I say, I only seen season 1 of Reacher. I prefer season 1 of Reacher to Terminal List. But
I have to watch both of them. I finally I'm behind on stuff. I finally just recently finished the first season of Squid Games, and I'm on to the second one.
But
First season, so like I'm Reacher and Terminalist are both on my list.
You don't have to send another super chat or anything. If you just say in the chat what you mean by they feel weird, maybe I'll be able to comment more on it. Because I like both of those shows. I also like the Tom Cruise Reacher. Because I haven't read the books, so I'm only going off the movies. But there's some great lines from Tom Cruise. Like, they sit down at a bar, and she starts coming on to him, and he's like, I'm sorry, love, I can't afford you. I'm not a hooker. In which case, I really can't afford you. Like, no,
that's a great line.
I'm not a hooker. It's like, yeah, a hooker would have got the joke. I was like, I love that scene.
Ed, thank you for another 5. When people cry online, it looks like they are fishing for sympathy. P.S. Her husband is probably
Yes.
directing the short. Yeah, probably. There's
Yeah.
this one girl that I think it's actually kind of funny. Like she's trolling and she's probably married and it's either her boyfriend or, you know, somebody recording, but she like it's like the girl that jiggles. They always show it on side scrollers, like when she's talking and she has like her boobs bouncing. You know, talking about that one chick. It's like that. But this girl goes like,
Yes.
making a sandwich until I find a boyfriend, and she's making this like amazing food, and like the views like from here, someone recording, and she's just like jiggling, and she's like pounding the meat, and it's like it's funny because we know she's trolling. But everyone in the chat's like, yeah, her boyfriend is probably the one recording, right?
Yeah.
Yep. And you're hitting it exactly right. There's a lot of people who are fishing for just any human interaction. So they do this, and then once they get that hit, that dopamine, they keep doing it again and again and again and again. And it's getting that fake sympathy from people you don't care about. It feels good for a short moment, but in the long term, no, you need to find better friends, family, people who you and they actually care, vice versa, to care about those people's opinions, not just some random person on the internet.
Yeah, that's very true. A lot
Especially
of
about the
people,
more important things.
yeah. And what about that one lady? It backfired on her when she tried to make it seem like her ex was a piece of crap, and then he called her out, and she got caught, and she was like crying, like making my own cupcakes for my birthday. That girl, you remember her?
Oh
She's
my God, I remember her. Yeah.
yeah.
I
Liar.
think a lot of this, once you realize why people are doing it, and it's all instinct, and everyone basically behaves the same way, they just rationalize it afterwards. It all just becomes a bit boring. Like, it's so obvious why. Like, this is how people compete,
Desperate?
or these people. Well, no, this is how people compete, or this is how people are social animals. Or they're trying to convince a group of this, and it's just. It's. I find it very weird, and this is gonna maybe sound weird for someone who does YouTube videos. But it's weird to me to go through your life caring what other people think. I do YouTube videos because they're what I think, and if people don't agree, well, that's fine. But it's not going to change anything about my life. The reason I made that video is because I think I'm correct about that topic, and so I'm telling people what I think, and I'm just lucky that other people listen to it. Whereas all of this stuff is done for attention to make, like, that is what their ego is. And like, if I cared about attention, I wouldn't look like this. It was like, I would look like that. You know, I'd actually care about my appearance. It's like, and it's like, I don't know, if I was a woman, I would probably do an angle like that simply because it works, and I think that's what it is. And so it's just so basic, and I don't know. I would expect you to take more pride in your work than just crying on camera and being like, oh no,
Yeah.
I'm so amazing. Like, once you realize this is how they compete, it kind of stops having any impact at all, because now you're just trying to outdo each other on who has the most emotion. And really, for the prestigious thing, the thing that you should value is being in control of your emotions, not losing it on camera.
Yeah.
Well, and if you're chasing for clout via emotion or eliciting an emotion in that sense, you're going to be continually chasing that versus having work that you're actually like happy about, proud about. You're just, it's so short-sighted, and you'll
And you
never,
have to get more
ever,
extreme.
ever. Exactly. And we know how humans are. Once you get that dopamine, you want to get it again and again at a higher rate. And just, you get so used to it.
Well,
until you're whatever at that point.
It's like those girls earlier. Like, to shock somebody, they had to do
Oh,
1,000
now they're
or
doing-
100. Now
Oh.
they're doing 300.
Yeah.
Now it's like doing. So they
Now
have
they're
to get
doing
more and more
anal.
extreme just to compete with each other. And that's just 2 people doing it. So now imagine you're on TikTok and there's thousands of women who all have their own TikToks, and you're all competing on that. And it's like, The ones that stand out would be the ones that did something original. Like, you can take that same instinct, but put your own twist on it, and that will work.
Yeah.
But not just crying on camera. Now,
Yeah,
Ed replied.
Oh, sorry. Here,
Sorry,
one
Wicked.
second, William. No, it's okay, William. I want to touch on that in a second. What did Ed say?
He said, weird as in most of the shows have a disjointed messages, aka Reacher cries at the end. I don't give an F, everyone's mum dies. And that sounds like something I could have said. I can't remember the end of Reacher I can't remember Reacher that specifically. I just remember my overall thoughts on it. you will find in modern entertainment, they absolutely love making the men cry. They love showing, and it's generally because women feminists got involved. The people in Hollywood are incredibly effeminate. If you tested their testosterone, it would be incredibly low, and so they are basically women as it is. And so they think the same, they act the same, they have the same value system. This is going to be a slow process to improve. To get back to masculine entertainment for men is going to be a slow process. But I still liked Reacher because a lot of it was masculine, but they are still going to see the character of Reacher the same way as Bond as a broken woman because he doesn't feel emotions. So they see him crying at the end as humanizing him, being part of the human experience, because that makes him more feminine, which they see as human because they can't perceive any other person except themselves, and they are women. That's how they feel. And so making him more like you makes him more human. They see a man not experiencing emotions as missing something rather than just actually going through life in a different way. And that's what all entertainment is. And this is why I made a video being like, basically, women and men need separate entertainment because they think about things separately and have different moral systems and they like different things. And there's nothing wrong with going Wicked is for women and Die Hard is for men. And if you're a woman that likes Die Hard, that's fine. But just because it targets somebody else that isn't you doesn't mean you can't like it. You can have a masculine value system. That's fine. But it doesn't mean it's made for you.
Yeah, and women sometimes will say, as an example, they take that like personally. Like if someone says, like, "Oh, Star Wars was made for men," you're not saying that women can't enjoy Star Wars, and that they freak out. Like, but I like Star Wars. I'm different. I'm not like it. Like, shut up. That's not what the point was.
It's probably a positive. Like, if you're in a male-dominated area and you're a woman that likes it, you are going to be very popular.
It's like that girl at the comic store. I'm sorry. Every time a girl walks in,
it's true.
Yep. So it's like it's not a negative, but society's made it like where you can't say it. And this is my problem with like modernity, is the fact that there are universal truths that people have known for literally thousands of years that you can't say anymore. And I'm like, but you will, like, if Die Hard at the end, if he'd cried about everything, would have been.
So it wouldn't have been as good. So it would have definitely taken away. But just real quick, what William was saying here about what about people who record their kids crying and put it on the internet? That's a whole.
Don't record your kids and put them on the internet.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, like,
I think
people
they
that
can't consent for it in
family channels and stuff.
Even if they could, they're too young to know.
I'm very against that. Like, think about like if somebody like a family channel, they get popular, and then when that kid gets older, there's just all of this footage of them on the internet, and they're like, "What the heck?"
Well, and then they have that, what do you call it again? That relationship, like people could have that parasocial relationship with the kids because other kids are watching their content, and it's just not the same. And how do kids deal with that? It's harder for kids to deal with it because they don't understand those concepts.
Yeah,
it's not even true. That there was there's a thing in the YouTube backend now where you have to tick, is this made for kids? The reason that occurred, and the reason why chat is now disabled on videos which has children in it, is because people used to put timestamps in the video.
Yeah, they do that.
You don't want to be the person
too.
uploading videos which have timestamps, whether that be because your kids are in it or because you're building a chair or whatever it was. You don't want people putting timestamps in your videos.
Yeah, and that is the creepy thing. There are people who watch.
I like how X-Ray just carried on do that. It's like
to
Yeah,
it's creepy, and like this is something that so I grew up doing dance, and yes, dance moms is a real thing. My mom wasn't one of those, but she came with me to every competition, every stage show that I was on because she was worried about creepy dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Because guess what? I was in skimpy outfits sometimes for the for the costumes. It made sense for the dance, but you still have those gross things around.
It was the Daily Wire. Brett Cooper. She was in like Disney movies and stuff in her early. So she was a child star, and she told a story about how her mum used to go with her to every single meeting at all times.
Mm-hmm.
And then once she was asked by a friend's mum if the two girls could go off and meet somebody. She's like, well, they'll be together. And the other mum said she would be there. So Brett's mum let her go off alone. The mum wasn't there. She stayed in the car. These two girls went off.
Oh, no.
And this guy did things like put his hands in their back jean pockets and stuff, started talking about
Oh, that's
explicit stuff.
disgusting.
Yeah. And when Brett went back, and Brett wanted to say something, but her friend was like, no, shush, we don't want to ruin this opportunity kind of thing. So she stayed quiet. When she went back to her mum, and the mum lost it at the other mum who said she was going to be there, it turns out the mum never intended to be there, knew about the other guy, knew he was handsy, and wanted her daughter to be there so that he wouldn't go any further with her daughter. That is the kind of Hollywood that is the kind of industry that Hollywood is. And everybody knows it. The mums know it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Not
God,
all
that triggered
moms.
a memory of my mom. Oh my God. There was a doctor that I had gone to, a pediatrician, and she was like, we're never going back there. And I realized why now. Yeah.
Well, I'm
But she
glad
was in
your
the
mom
room, thank
cared.
God.
Yeah.
My mom cared. And that's the crazy part, is when you hear stories like that, Brett Cooper, what happened to her, and then like versus my mother, it all makes sense. So I don't know. Protect your kids.
Yeah.
You want them to stay kids.
I had like, I wasn't in dance or anything, but when I started getting older, like this was like 15 or 16, people were telling my mom, like, you should see, like, get her to do like modeling kids' clothes and stuff. And I was very shy and I wasn't like really into it, but I was like, okay, whatever. And she knew somebody who, and this, I won't get too into it, but it was just like a really weird situation. The guy came to the house and there was like this moment. I'm not going to talk too much about it. There was nothing too bad that happened, but he said something that was inappropriate. My mom was just like, we're done here. You can go immediately. And it was just really weird. And I didn't really catch on to it as a kid. I felt uncomfortable, but I didn't really get it because I was so young. And it's kind of just like, it's gross. Like how some of these parents just like don't care. And like, well, they just see money and they're like, do it.
Nothing happened to me when I was a kid. I think I was one of the ugly ones.
Oh my God,
An extra year late, but yes,
Like halfway through Wicked story, I thought of that joke and started smirking. I'm like, I hope she doesn't think this is about her story, but I'm like, I need to tell
He's
this.
like, you almost got objectified. That is
I know what I'm saying
hilarious.
next.
No, it's okay because you were doing that like that deep conversation.
You were
and
going
then
through
Ian
the
made me laugh. It's okay. You always, I'm okay with that. But you're like X-Wing. You're right though. We did that in the beginning. Talked about Rocksteady and all that. Dan's here. Maybe I should.
Is that really? Oh, hi.
It's his gaming channel. Hold on.
What's up?
Good evening.
Humiliation. Sorry, I just like saying the way he does.
There. Now your other channel is a mod.
Teach you the meaning of pain. My favorite though. I like Dan's weird selfies that I just get jump scared with on Twitter, and like other people post them, and then he'll just randomly post them. Like you never know when you're gonna get jump scared by Dan's face.
I was gaming, and he's like, "Check your DMs." And I was playing with Jason. He's like, "Oh no!" I was like, "Oh no!" I knew it wasn't going to be anything inappropriate, but I'm like, it's Dan. It's either going to be a really silly reel
joke
or something. But no, it was a funny selfie.
And look, chat, I know I said was does not disclude is still. All right, was can include both. I still have to use the past tense, even if it's true in the present tense. All right, as well.
Sorry, I was getting ready to take a sip, and that almost.
Wait, what? What is this?
I'm just very lucky that beer goggles exist for both sexes.
I think your selfies are beautiful.
I don't really post selfies on X.
She doesn't really. No, you don't really post selfies in general. You hardly post. You retweet.
No, not unless I go on trips.
Yeah, that's true.
That's when I post pictures, but I don't know. When I'm at home, I just don't. It feels the weird just to be like, oh my God,
I do it when I'm like, I'm having a really good hair day.
Feeling cute, might delete later.
Exactly.
No makeup selfie. Holy crap.
Yeah. No makeup selfie. Look, I only put it on with a trowel today rather than a spade. Got like 5,000 lumens of lights beaming into your face. AI filters. You've got a wig on. Like, just woke up.
So, Disbrew, the Brad Pitt things we were talking about, you said that you might have had something else that we could share something about. I could just share the Hollywood Reporter thing that you put in the chat, but did you say there was like a thread or something that you had?
It was the pictures. The Hollywood Reporter You can put that up. I'll find the pictures because I think it just goes backwards. So this was the Hollywood Reporter is his response, or like his people's response to the fact that I wouldn't go out and randomly steal £80,000 from some divorce slag, basically.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll pull that up. So Brad Pitt's rep response after catfished fan was scammed out of wow, $850K. That is funny though, because like I don't know what the deal is with the fan, but like why would Brad Pitt be asking you for money? He's probably a billionaire, I would say. At least a millionaire.
I mean, he is a couple millionaires, and that's the funny thing is like we hear about all these internet stories of the prince from Africa, or like a family member died. We need your bank information and blah blah blah. They've gotten a lot smarter with a lot of scams lately.
Daily Mail.
But we'll have to see what this person got scammed out of because I haven't read the story yet.
There was absolutely nothing smart about this at all. This is one of the most. Now there is something. I don't know if you have it over there, but around here a very common one is you will see like a handwritten sign on the street. There's like, "We'll buy houses for cash." Like, who is selling their house to a handwritten sign on the street? And the way it was described is these scams are purposefully awful. Like those Nigerian, I'm a Nigerian, it's all spelt wrong and stuff, is deliberate.
I know.
Because they only want the most stupid of people replying to that email so they don't waste their time. They're actually being more efficient by filtering out anyone with an IQ of 60. And that's what this was. Now, my favorite thing, I've seen people say, oh, I feel really bad for her. I don't. She divorced her husband for this. As far as I'm concerned, this is karma. Instantaneous.
Wow.
I don't
I feel sorry for the husband, not for her.
I don't know the whole story either, so I'll read it for me and extra. And I'll even highlight Disbrew. I shouldn't be left highlighting. Okay, I'll do that after this. The 52-year-old French woman named Anne.
The Hollywood Reporter will go up to the top when you highlight, so you have to scroll as you highlight.
He knows all the highlight.
The highlighting.
This is like on FNT. Every time this comes up, Quarter Black just goes flying up to the top of the thing. I'm like, yeah, I know your pain.
Oh, I remember when I did it. Gary's like, "What are you doing?"
I'm like, I know your pain. It happens on this website. It's the worst website on the internet.
So she was conned after being convinced she was in a long-term relationship with the F1 star.
Never met him.
The scammer allegedly used AI technology to impersonate Pitt, sending personalized photos and messages to the woman. Anne was convinced to send nearly $1 million for a cancer treatment, with Pitt claiming he was unable to access his bank accounts due to his divorce from Angelina Jolie.
Can I just say, like, if you got duped by just AI photos, you didn't get on a phone call, talk with him.
Oh, well, they can have an AI voice. That's easy to fake.
I mean, but like, if you can do a phone call, like you FaceTime.
Oh no! Believe me, however bad you think it is, when you see the photos, it's worse.
Oh, you put it in
the photos make the picture. Yeah, I could share the photos.
It's like the memes. Like, you know how when memes have really bad Photoshop, it makes it
People
even
are
better.
like, these are AI generated. No, this is terrible Photoshop. But even just logically, right? So £700,000, which is like $850,000. French woman. Do you really think Brad Pitt is going after somebody that doesn't shave their armpit?
Or use deodorant?
Illest point that's been made on the story so far.
No, my uncle did once say that the French invented aftershave and perfume. You can understand why. So, there's one thing I like as an Englishman, it's taking the piss out of the French.
Axe is their fault. Is their fault?
So, she made him do things like write her name in a picture. Everybody has seen these faked, but this is the kind of Photoshop we live. So he's in hospital. He's like, Anne, I love you. I need the cancer treatment. I need $850,000 to pay for the cancer treatment that I'm already in hospital with.
Wait,
oh my
God. You're like, okay, that's a bit weird.
Like how Zac Efron's face looks now, all like squared.
Looks like he's in jail.
You have seen nothing yet. So
Brad
we go down. I think that's
like
just a picture of him. And then we have this one, right? And you're like, oh, okay. This is going to be a bit weird. How on earth did you get a picture in the surgery? And then you're like, hang on.
That is not real surgery. What the? Oh my god.
No, can you imagine that? It's like, hey, doctor, take the selfie. Either that, or he got knocked unconscious in surgery holding a selfie stick out like that, and he's like, look, count to 10 and then press the button. It's like, how?
That is disturbing. Holy crap.
$850,000.
What is wrong with you? You're an idiot.
Do you want to know the worst thing about this? He's like, hey, mate, can you pay me $850,000 to pay for this surgery that I've already had? I've already got pictures to prove it's happened.
I owe them, though. They did an IOU surgery.
Yeah. They saw it was Brad Pitt. They were like, hey, we're going to have to, like, cure it, obviously. Because as everybody knows, you cure cancer with surgery. That's what happens all the time.
Surgery.
Yeah, surgery.
Radiation,
Hey, bro. Hey, nurse, as I'm going under.
Chemotherapy.
You gotta do it for the gram.
Yeah, I'm doing it for the content. I need to prove to Angelina Jolie that I'm ill.
So that she'll give me some of the divorce money. Oh my god. That is a what?
No, clearly. This is when people are like, this is AI generated. That's just a face on top of a gown. That's bad
Sorry,
Photoshop up there.
I didn't want you to see the blood bag, so I put a cute little heart there.
Yeah.
My hair is totally, blow dried, and my beard is trimmed nicely.
Probably it's a red carpet photo.
It just looks so bad. What the?
Just woke up out of surgery. Gotta style it.
No, this is an Insta selfie, guys. Oh my god.
Actually, I think that arm is meant to be taking the photo.
Long hair don't care.
It's like
another one. Look, I'm taking a photo of my hospital room. Ignore
different.
the fact that this is a clearly different hospital room than this one, but never mind.
And the
they
previous
upgraded
one,
me with the money that you sent. Thanks, babe.
Look, I mean, obviously,
my
what
hair
they do in
looks different
hospitals.
too.
Hospitals are renowned for just moving the bed around the room for no reason whatsoever.
Good point,
It's like,
Dan. Thirst kills brain cells. This girl's like, this is definitely
my favorite.
Brad
This
Pitt.
is my favorite one.
What's with the hair?
What?
Oh, and the hot plug.
Breathing tube work. What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with the hair? Hang on. If we're doing surgery for cancer, why have we wrapped his face in bandages?
Why
Like,
is
why?
the breathing tube on his chin?
Do you remember this one? They're clearly operating around his stomach, so why is his face wrapped in bandages?
She had a lot of questions, but she's just like, it's Brad
Why
Pitt,
does his
don't care.
chin need to breathe? That's a good question.
Yeah, no one breathes through their chin.
Well, I mean, maybe surgery went wrong and they made a hole.
And I'm sorry, it looks more like a woman's body just based on the way the gown is sitting.
Yeah.
Really? Has he got big knockers?
She would know.
No,
Look at that.
we just like that. Brad
that a
Pitt doesn't
knocker?
look like that with a gown on. I'm sorry. I know his body.
He might look,
kind of-
gravity
He's
affects
like,
us
I
all. He's
know.
getting on in age. Maybe he just sagged.
I don't know. And the way that his hair is on top of the bandages too at the sides, both sides, it looks really retarded.
Yeah, his head doesn't like that bandage is going through his hair. It's going through the side of his head. It actually looks like it's spray painted onto his face.
Yes, it's actually a wig and it just sits on top.
Yeah, all this looks weird.
Oh my god.
But the thing is, it was only these photos that made her divorce her husband, get $850,000 off her husband, and why? Because she thought she could have an upgrade. She was happy with her husband.
How old
Everything's
was
going
she
fine.
again?
I
Like
can get an
70?
upgrade.
Hold on, let me find the article
I
again.
don't actually know.
It said it in the article. Hold on, let me pull it back up.
53-year-old divorcee, French media. So you think at 53 you can divorce your husband and get an upgrade
to Brad Pitt?
Hollywood
I'm sorry.
celebrity?
Brad Pitt is going to act more like Leo DiCaprio and upgrade to a 25-year-old, not a 53-year-old.
I'm sorry. DiCaprio would never go with a 25-year-old.
Sorry, 22-year-old.
Exactly. Yeah, he's done with him at
25
24.
is ancient to him.
This is like the laws of physics. They never change. He will not go past 24. He will be 78. Yeah. He'll still be over 20-year-olds. That's what's going to happen.
But that's
DiCaprio is a fixed point in time.
This lady is so stupid. She thought with her, her girl parts more than anything. Like, oh my!
What is that?
Is that a child with Brad Pitt's face?
It might be a child.
His body just changed.
His head is way too big for that body.
This is no neck Brad Pitt, guys.
He's like,
No.
oh, I'm really happy.
No, wait, you know,
I'm so
that's why
sick,
he had
I'm
to
not-
breathe through his
My body's
chin.
shrunk. My body's shrunk.
My hair keeps changing and my beard keeps changing. What is what?
I've got something in my arm, but the rest of
No.
me's fine after the problems. I don't even know what that is. There's just his face.
Plot twist.
That-
the husband
that's still
scammed
my
her so
favorite
that he
picture,
could
to be honest.
divorce her and not pay the alimony since she already gave it to Brad.
My favorite thing about this picture is how his forehead doesn't it's like shifted over to the right of his face.
Yeah.
And so it looks like they've just severed his forehead and moved his face across.
I think that was the surgery. That's where his cancer was.
Yeah, in his brain. Actually, probably the most realistic part of the story.
A big, like, a chunky woman's body, and then the last one's a
I wish we saw pictures of what the girl looked like.
Oh, I
You
know,
what
but
you know what she looks like. The fact that she divorced somebody at 53 thinking you should get an upgrade. I mean, my favorite was, I can't remember who posted it. I don't know her name. But she posted the meme. This is why in every point of time, in every country around the world for thousands of years, women have had restrictions and social pressures placed upon them. And you do think, if her husband had been in charge during this moment, this wouldn't have happened. This was because she was very easily persuaded, wanted to socially climb the ladder, and was led by her emotions. And it's like, if a bloke had been like, no, you're not doing that. If she just asked, and not even her husband, any bloke at all would have gone, nah, you're an idiot.
Like a brother or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
And
even a
it's
friend? Like,
because, like, this happens the other way around. Men will be in a bar, and this, like, 10 comes up to them, and like, you're way too hot for me. You must be a hooker. She probably is. And it's like, it works the other way around. Whereas in this, it's like, no, I think I can pull Brad Pitt. I think that's what I'm worth at 53.
there's something really wrong with that
Okay.
statement. Ew, why are you spanking your grandma?
Dan.
I mean, that's what she wanted Brad Pitt to do. She
I
probably is
mean-
a grandma. I mean, she's 53. It would be unusual if she wasn't a grandma by that point.
Fair point. G&G showed pictures of her when they talked about it. Really? So her pictures are
Oh,
out there. Can
I
you
know
can
that.
you
I
do a
want to
deep
see
dive?
them.
I am way too invested in the story for
deep
this
dive.
coward.
While he does that, let me catch up on super chats. Andrew Matthews, thank you for the £5. He platypus's wait, what? Mammary glands lack treats. Oh, with milk released through pores in the skin. Then again, they are
lactates. Lactates.
Yeah.
Oh, lactates.
Well,
Sorry,
no,
I'm like,
also,
huh?
they do lacteats. Like the teats.
That's what I was thinking. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Thanks for
they have
clarifying
glands,
it.
not teats, is what he means.
Market reality for 5. I have a confession. I've never seen Squid Games, and I don't know if I wanna. It was like kind of
Watch
depressing.
season 1.
Yeah, it was kind of depressing, but like it was a good show. Like I said, I just watched it. I just finished it a few days ago because I had friends that were like, just watch it, and then like season 2 just came out. I'm on episode like 2, I think, of season 2, and so far, it's definitely not as gripping as the first season. I would say the first
It isn't
episode
until the
of
last episode.
Okay, I think the first episode of season 2, I don't write no spoilers or anything, could
Have
have
you
been.
hit the recruiter yet?
I'm on episode 2.
Yeah,
Russian
but the
roulette?
recruiter.
The Russian roulette thing? Yeah. I got it.
That guy is the best character out of all
So
of season 2.
I was gonna say, don't worry, guys, no spoilers. The episode 1, I think they could have even ended season 1 on that, but they didn't know that they were going to do a season 2.
Yeah, but
I
they
don't
shouldn't
think,
have started season 2 on. Like, I actually think they should have started season 2 on the finale. That's how bad I think the season is.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't seen it, but when you get to the finale,
that's
you'll
the last
understand.
episode I was
Things
on.
change in the finale, and I have a feeling that season 3 will just go back to being season 2
There's
again.
gonna be a 3. See, that's what
Yeah,
sucks sometimes when a show does so well and it should be a one and done, and then they just want to keep bringing in the money, and then they kind of ruin the story by continuing it
because they never planned for it in the first place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with continuing the story.
If
I'm
it's
not somebody that
good.
thinks nobody asked for this or whatever. Yeah, but I think there's always a way to continue a good story. I see it like a person's life. There's always a next event that you can do. The key bit is skipping to it. And you need
There's
to
the good
skip the
stuff.
boring bits and skip to
Yeah.
the interesting bit. And I have a feel like season 2 and 3 were meant to be one series that they've cut in half and done as season 2 and 3. So season 2 doesn't end as a series finale. It ends halfway through a story. Season 3 will be the second half of that story. So the finale essentially ends just as the series is kicking off into a good stuff. And even then, you're like, well, maybe
gotcha.
season 3 goes downhill again and goes back to the rest of season 2. If that's the case. But either way, Squid Game season 1 is really good. But something is better is just Alice in Borderland. It has 2 series. There's a third coming out this year. Just watch that instead first. It's way better.
Okay. I'll binge because that's another one that's on my list now that I finally got Squid Games out of the way. I've been meaning to do Alice in Borderland, so I'll do a binge on that, and then by the time I finish that, season 3 will be almost here probably.
Okay, do this. Watch the first 3 of Alice in Borderland.
There's 3 or 2.
And then go the first 3 episodes.
Watch the first 3 and then decide which one you want to do.
And you'll know after the episode, like you will know.
Yeah,
which we're talking about.
I would put money on the fact that if you watch the first 3 of Alice in Borderland, you'll just binge it all.
Hooked.
And you won't want to go to anything else.
Okay.
Because it's that good. And I mean, 3 episodes is a lot, but still.
Oh no, but that doesn't mean it's bad for the first 3. It's good for the first 3.
It's still good?
It's like, just that the first 3 show you what the series is as a whole and what you're in for.
The emotional roller coaster.
And
the right type of emotions.
I actually tell people to watch Alice in Borderland and then tell me when it happens. And I like, tell you what happens. And
You'll know.
You'll know. And they're like, I know what you mean. And then like a couple of days later, they go, I'm there. It's like, yeah, I know you will be. It's like everybody knows.
So someone in the chat said he was great in Train to Busan. Is the recruiter from Squid Games the guy from Train to Busan?
I've not seen that. I need Train
to Busan is so good.
I sobbed. Oh my gosh, this Bruce probably not gonna sob, but I sure did at the end. It's so good. It's so.
Isn't that another zombie one? They do some good.
That's him. He was the dad. It's been so long since I watched. I watched Train to Busan when it first came out. I did not know that the recruiter from Squid Games was the dad in Train to Busan. Oh my gosh.
Like All of Us Are Dead. That's another great zombie movie that they've done. Over here, zombie movies are very. All of Us Are Dead. It's based in a school.
I watched that. Yeah, I watched that. I think I might have to finish the last episode. But I was into it. I didn't stop watching because I wasn't into it. It was just that was
the only one I've not got into, which was a zombie thing, and I think because I see it recommended all the time, so I think I just need to push through. Is Kingdom, and I just don't get into it. I watch like an episode. I'm like, I'll watch something else. But everyone keeps recommending Kingdom and another spin-off series, which is generally a sign that it's good. So that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, Train to Busan that's something I always mean to watch and just forget what it is when
watch it tonight.
I come around to watch it.
Just watch it. You're not going to regret it.
I don't know who it was. Someone recommended what's his name? Moriarty the Patriot. So I started watching that a couple of days ago. That's really good. But that's an anime. So
I like
I do prefer the
animes.
live action stuff. Well, yeah, it took me a while to get into anime just because I'm way more into live action than cartoons. And I still see them as cartoons.
You can do so much with anime. Like, my favorite show, at least last year, was Kaiju number 8.
That was good.
There was just so many twists in the right way. And it worked. And it was exciting. You didn't know what was going to happen. Because I did not know that that's where the show was going to go whatsoever. It was not procedural. So,
right now, anime-wise, I'm watching. It's not for everyone, but I was a big Dragon Ball Z fan. So I started Daima because they're doing the English dubs right now. And this was the last one the creator worked on. Yeah, so it's like I don't know if it's quite weekly. I think it is, but I'm on episode 3 and I'm liking it. It's very nostalgic for me because they're explaining, I don't know if you guys watched Dragon Ball Z, but they're explaining certain arcs that kind of changed a bit of the lore and were a bit confusing, and they're fixing it with this. So I like that, like any gaps or confusion. So I'm into it so far. I'm only on episode 3, but I like it.
The reason which I wasn't I wouldn't have put Kaiju number 8 or anything as like my favorite anime of the year is because I'd also seen things like Jujutsu Kaisen, which I think is just a better version of it.
I haven't watched that yet.
Oh,
I know
you need
Carol
to.
loves it.
If you
Which
like Kaiju
one?
number 8, Jujutsu
Oh.
Kaisen is just it's really good. Really good. And then there's even things like Chainsaw Man and stuff. There was a lot of competition for that kind of thing. But Jujutsu Kaisen, because it's an older thing, had multiple series. And
Another
so you
one.
can get into it a bit more.
Disparu.
Wow, why is it talking to you about checking your
He's
DMs
probably
and
sent me
mentions?
he's probably sent me a picture of his face.
If he did, you should probably share it so we can show everybody.
I think I'm gonna send Dan a picture of my feet.
The only thing about this is I'm disappointed that he didn't DM
For
it to me.
free. That'll be
Like
Oh,
he
it'll
didn't
be
DM
like-
it to me. Like he put this public, and so it doesn't mean as much. Like this was just meant for
Aw.
everybody.
Here, Dan, I'm sending you a picture of my feet right now.
Like by not sending this privately, by posting it publicly, he proved that he wasn't just a little bit of a slag. He was a total slag.
I hope you enjoy this free picture of my feet.
I think I'm gonna make that my desktop background. That's a great picture, Dan. Not
I'm glad
every
you
feet.
picked your nose beforehand because if there were buggers in there, you could.
It's probably gonna
Oh.
get memed and someone's gonna put something up there.
I find with anime that the interesting thing is because there's so much of it that goes back decades and kind of people are exploring it now. You find it's not like Western entertainment where people will watch stuff from this year and everyone kind of has the same agreement. People will find stuff from like the 80s and be like, no, you need to watch this. It's amazing. And so you kind of have to do not the best thing that's released this year, but the best thing you've seen this year.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ed Song for 5. Disparu, if you watch season 2 of Reacher, the train kind of goes off the rails like someone having a
I've
shower
heard that.
curtain over the face not going down quick. What are you laughing at, actually? What did Dan send you?
He sent me a voice
A picture of
note
his feet.
of him reacting to my feet.
Oh. Is it just
Oh my god. Oh.
But maybe yes.
well?
No, it was so I sent him a picture from when I was hiking, and
Oh, no one
the
wants to see hiking feet. Oh god,
yeah, sorry.
that would be the most horrific thing this side of the moon.
I mean, I saw that selfie, and this immediately made me think of my feet from hiking.
Like, yeah,
Her hiking
look,
feet.
no, just imagine the pitch, right? It's like this is my feet after they've been used for hundreds of miles. It's like no. We are. This is the feet equivalent of like wizard sleeve territory.
Oh my god!
Like this is them at their worst after they've
Yeah,
been
they
literally
were.
pushed to their limits.
So my fourth and first toe fell off of my foot within a couple
Your nail,
months.
right? Not your toe. You still.
Oh
she
yeah,
was-
my nail. I still have
She
all
I,
was-
the
was,
toes.
I thought she was
Her
just making
toes-
up stories.
her
I didn't know
toes
that was
had
a
to
real
grow
story.
back.
No. But like because the way the
But, yeah,
shoe fit and the rubbing,
I'm
it
like a
just like
gecko.
was not okay.
I've seen this picture. I'm pretty sure you showed me this.
It's very
picture.
bruised. It's very like the fourth toe looks nasty. And Dan was not making whatever the noise that was. Let me try this. Let me.
That
That was the noise I heard.
Poor Dan. He's
Hideous. Thank you. I don't understand why people like my feet. I really don't.
people like what they like, you know. But your feet don't always look like hiking feet, so
No, they don't.
If it makes
Give
you
yourself
feel
some
any
credit.
better, it's not your feet, it's you. Your feet just happen to be attached to you.
So if I had like some weird grotesque mole, people would still like it.
If they thought you were ugly, I don't think. I'm not a foot person. As far as I'm concerned, if people didn't have feet and could still walk, I wouldn't care. But the way that it seems to be is they like the person and then they also like feet, and so they like the feet of that person. Like, nobody wants to see Lizzo's feet.
someone
not per-
does.
No, there isn't. Like, nobody
There's
wants
someone
to see...
out there that's like
No, because they probably look like a cheese wheel. Like, those things are just like, how on earth are they going to
I mean,
support the
I
weight?
like a cheese wheel.
love cheese.
Yeah, but that's only because they've been
That's why
putting
girl
crack
likes
in it, as
green
we found out
cheese.
from PETA.
I mean,
Like,
I
if they
don't know
didn't put
about
crack in
crack.
cheese, none of us would eat it.
So cheese.
Apparently.
cheese, I was trying to say this earlier. Cheese hits your brain as like the dopamine centers of your brain, like certain drugs do, and that's
because they've
why.
been putting them in the cheese.
No, I'm sorry.
They're like Coca-Cola.
Oh.
I did send Mike a message. I just like, oh no, because I sent it to him. It was literally, we went from Coca-Cola putting cocaine in the drinks to not being able to have an attractive woman open a can. Like, this is the degeneracy of society.
Wait, what?
I preferred society as it was. I would prefer that Coca-Cola were able to put stuff in their drinks than just have to have ugly people in adverts.
Honestly, hot people sell products way better. That's marketing 101.
No, if you are attractive and you go to court, you have less of a sentence than if you're ugly. There's actually like research data on this. It's even what's it called? The halo effect. Literally, if you're attractive, literally everything you do seems better to people.
No, that's true. And there's a certain cash, and that's why the idea of influencers became more of a real thing when we had that like personalization, because if it's not attractiveness, it's the notoriety the person brings, and they want, oh, they use this, I want to be like them, so I'm going to do things like that and buy their products, and I'd be closer to being at that status. Except for Blake Lively, yes. Now,
yeah, I think she's not doing well right now.
I think it depends. I think men and women compete socially in different ways. It does seem, because you only have to look at what were the Stanley Cups and stuff, where things went viral. So every woman of status had a Stanley Cup, and they're all going out and buying Stanley Cups, and then they're on to like the next brand of cup that really showed your status. It seems that women compete more on, I have these resources. That means that
I just sent Dan a picture. Check.
I tell you, Dan's getting all the feet pics. Like,
I'm gonna send it to action.
Wicked's
I'm gonna
like,
put it in the
hey,
group
look,
chat
she
too.
sent you. She didn't have a big toe. She didn't have a little toe. I've just cut 3 of mine off.
I'm gonna send it in the group chat.
Like,
so you guys
he's
can
just
see what
gonna
I
be
sent.
sent like various different amputee pictures.
insufferable. See you
Mark
next.
will win.
What is this, Mark?
What?
He sent me a meme called "Insufferable." See you next Tuesday's podcast, and there's a picture of Alyssa Mercante and whatever her other face is. It's a great meme.
That'll work.
What
actually think
is this?
that could be a brand that takes
Wicked.
off for them, to be fair.
I sent my feed.
I was joking.
Your feet do not
You
look like
made it a
that.
reality.
It's really like, what?
It's like, wait. All I had to do to get feet pictures is show them people my nose? Why have I never learned this talent before?
Dan said Down syndrome feet.
Yeah, Wicked is about to get spammed with pictures of people's noses. That's what you're gonna get now. Like, is that all I have to do?
Oh.
I didn't know she had a thing for noses.
A hole's a hole. A hole's every goal.
It's a 2-for-1. They lead to the
Aye.
same place. This is what this whole point. Like, ears are kind of pointless unless she's a blonde, because there's nothing on the other side anyway.
Oh my god.
Well, like, what do you call one blonde blowing in another blonde's ear? A brain transplant. Look at all the 1,000 people in like one day or anything. What are both of them? Blondes. Any blondes? No. Bottle blondes. I think there's something in the dye. I think it sinks in through the skull and goes into the brain.
I mean, I'm not a blonde, but I get called a blonde a lot. So I don't know.
Exactly. Look, memes exist as memes for a reason. There's something that existed so commonly, people noticed them.
I didn't dye my hair before,
formalize it.
though.
No, there's actually not. No, it's not a dig at you. It's a dig at blondes. That
Oh,
people
sorry.
noticed something about blondes And it was so common that blondes were like this that it became a meme, which is basically like a social agreement about what is true. Like it's just a way of passing on information quickly.
She's like,
Something
I'm
that's
not
quickly
a blonde. I
recognizable.
never even dyed my hair.
Till recently. God.
Yeah, when Wicked says it like that, it was a very blonde thing to say. If anything, she dyes her hair away from blonde to hide the shame.
Oh well, I don't really care.
Or she just eats a lot of black dogs.
Excuse me, what the heck?
That was a very racist thing to say, disparate. No kidding.
I meant dogs.
Disparoo.
Disparoo.
Breeds of dogs. Not even a breed. It's just like a hair color.
You guys discussed.
Could I have said brunette? She eats brunette dogs.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure what the difference is between brunette and black hair, to be honest.
Brown.
I'm colorblind, so it's all the same to me.
An X-ray is colorblind when it comes to your hair. So.
Oh yeah, because you're blonde to me.
You're blonde.
Yeah.
You're a dirty blonde. He's like,
I have the issue of them anyway. So.
You guys discussed the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 dumpster fire. Apparently, they have a separate PR service screwing things up.
It is weird. Now, I didn't know about the PR service, but I have been keeping up with the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 thing, which is the thing is, what I've heard is that the whole rumor about Saudi Arabia may not be true. And all this started because somebody said that Saudi Arabia banned it because there was basically man-on-man action, shall we say, which obviously isn't allowed there, so they banned it. But if Kingdom Come Deliverance went through a whole period during the woke stuff, that because it was set in, I don't even remember where it was set, but it was like medieval place, they were like, well, obviously it's not very diverse because it wasn't at the time, so we're going to stick with the history period. So now it seems like they've gone back on standing up for that stuff to put that in.
Yeah, that's...
And then he released a statement which was basically said, nobody has forced me to do this. I've done it of my own free will, and I hope you enjoy the game. Which isn't a denial.
No.
And so I think you can take that as a confirmation that it's correct.
Yeah.
Because you didn't deny it. And if it was wrong, you just go, no.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with saying it's not correct if it's not. So, yeah, I don't.
It's very weird to me. Now, there's two instances. Either he just put it in for story reasons. If so, I don't know why. I think
it's some like people talking about it.
Well, no, I think it's weird to put in a story in the first. I like I've said, I think all that stuff should be private. I don't know why it's in games in the first place. I think all things should be made from the majority of people, and so fringe stuff should basically be in niche entertainment aimed at that niche. That just seems sensible to me from a business perspective, let alone anything else.
But they're not doing this work on a business perspective. They're using their emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but that's the weird thing about this guy, because he stood up for himself in the first game when they were like, you need to put all these characters in for representation. He was like, no, because it doesn't fit in with the style. So it's weird. Then I did see Mark put out a thread, really long thread. I kind of skimmed it, but he was like, no, this guy is just he's just gay in the first game. So him being in the second game is like, what do you expect? I was like, you know, you can make your own mind up on stuff. It just seems weird to me that he didn't come down one way or the other. He didn't come down and go, well, I wanted it to be in, so it's in. He didn't come out and go, it's not in. So he's kind of hedging his bets as if he's not sure. And that's just bizarre. If you want to take a stand on something, just take a stand on it and live and die on your sales, whether people agree. But if it was me, I would be like, well, 97% of the population aren't like this, so I'm not going to put it in the game. But I'd be a businessman, so who knows?
I agree with that. If only the gaming, Hollywood, and whatever else industry thought that way, but they wanted to cave to DEI because they thought the loudest voices were the majority. But guess what? The people who didn't want to speak just walked away.
Well, the other option is it's a role-playing game. You get to make your own choices, and if you don't make that choice, you never see it. If that's the case, who cares?
Not a big deal.
Yeah.
But even
That's the way all games used to be. But if there is a dedicated thing, because the thing with Saudi Arabia said it was an unskippable cutscene. So if you're going to force that on people, maybe 97% of the population doesn't want to see it.
Well, and like I think of what Cyberpunk 2077, there is a love quest for if you're a female or male character with someone of the same sex or someone of a different sex. So you get to choose. Up to you.
They should,
So,
Well, I mean,
they should make more
what was
games
it?
that way because but they don't know what they're doing. They have too many suits and not enough creatives, and the creatives that they do hire aren't actually creative. Just Disbrew's idea about everything goes with this too. Just you need to clean house. You need to see who says something, woke, leftist, and get rid of them. And that's it. That's summed up. He said a lot more than that, but if you watch the show,
Well, it's just,
you know what I'm talking about.
It's just a business perspective. I really liked when businesses cared about money.
Yeah.
Because they did what most people wanted. And if you doing what most people wanted leads you to have the most money, then the customer and the business are aligned. And the problem comes when you're like, I want to push this, even if they want it or not. And so if you find a way to put it in a game where the customers don't care, for instance, if you have to make a decision, so they will never see it in the first place, who cares? That's the way Dragon Age always was. Like, you could pick whether you're a man or a woman, and you could pick who you romanced. That's fine. If you make a decision and it happens, that's your own fault. So, there you go.
I'd rather have options than to be forced into something that I wouldn't usually choose.
Yeah. The weird thing about this entire situation, especially given the fact that he stood up for his game in the first time, is that he didn't just come out and give an answer. The answer he gave was very mysterious. I did what I wanted. And I'm like, I don't actually care what you want. I care what the customer wants because I'm a customer. I don't care about what the creative wants at all. I want him to give me what I want because it's my money. I don't care whether you did your vision. I don't care whether you think it's art or a product. I want what I want. And so I would have preferred to give a yes or a no answer and let people make their own decision.
Yeah.
It seems to me that if the answer that he gave meant he knew people wouldn't like it, which is weird, considering how he stood up to people the first time and is scared this time.
Yeah, I don't understand these people with the games and I don't know. Go ahead, actually, you're about to say something.
I forgot, but oopsies.
Sorry.
My bad.
I just see it like my videos. My videos are just me saying what I want to say, and then if people don't like it, that's up to them. But I can't change anything because it's just what I think. And
But
I
I
want
think
them.
that they are trying to find this happy balance between maybe money at this point because they're not making money.
No, because they cater to the wrong side. Like Disbrew said, if you're going to cater to one side, cater to the actual people that are going to buy your game, not the majority.
They didn't know that at the time.
Everybody knows that gaming is male. Everybody. Like, there are women that play games, but the majority of gaming is male.
Yeah.
It always has been since the beginning of time. It always will be because, quite frankly, women are more social, and so they have better things to do. They actually go out and talk to people. So, this is just a reality, and this is why gaming. This is why fighting games had women with massive knockers that you knocked up in the air, and they just had jiggle physics. That's why that exists.
That's what men want.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, this is why. And so it's just weird to try and do other things. To me,
that's a good point, Marcus.
It's the requirement of trying to appeal to everybody. And if you make something for everybody, you will appeal to nobody. Just pick an audience, whatever that audience is, and make a game for them.
You're not going to please everybody. You're not going to. So
if you want to make the most homoerotic game in the universe, go make it. They will love it. But it will be a more niche game than something that's made for straight people. This is just a fact of numbers.
Exactly. All right. Last topic, and then we'll catch up on some super chats. What do you guys think about the whole TikTok's gonna be gone tomorrow?
Tomorrow in the States, which
theory.
Is only you.
In theory.
Wicked.
I deleted it almost 2 years ago. I'm okay. But
I will
I
be
don't think it's
surprised if
okay
they
for the
get
government to make the decision.
I'll be surprised if they get rid of it before Trump. Because even I think they will want him to make the final decision, even if it's just so they can blame him.
Just to
for it.
blame them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So there's a few people that have thrown their hats in the ring. I don't believe this kick one at all.
What-
Intent to buy doesn't mean that
Is
they'll
what I
buy.
mean. And this
Well,
was like
no, it does. It is legally binding, but they blanked the number. That number
Yeah.
could be $10.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I don't know.
And Kick have done this before. I can't remember who it was, but they've posted like an intent to buy something before, or it was an offer to a streamer or something, and nothing came of it.
I remember
but it's
what
good
you're
marketing for him.
I can't remember which streamer it was, but I do remember that. And then also, of course, because this man's got to just throw his hat and everything. Mr. Beast.
Oh my god.
now-
He was like, I'm meeting with billionaires.
Yeah, should I play
Okay.
it?
I do think
Huh.
this was a joke, simply because he turns to this guy on the left and says, "This is my lawyer."
Yeah, hold on, let me see.
So,
Is it gonna play? Oh, it's on Tik. Is it gonna
well,
play?
Billionaires. TikTok, we mean business. This is my lawyer right here. We have an offer ready for you. We want to buy the platform.
that guy's like what, 23?
Give me
Like he's
He could be an
16.
intern.
from TikTok.
Yeah.
So I think it's a joke just because he said, "This is my lawyer."
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised though. People were like Beast Talk, Beast Games, like
Well, I mean, obviously he doesn't have the money, but he might have the context of people
I
to
mean,
buy
he
it.
could
Who knows?
gather, like, if he marketed himself correctly and had all the right context, he could bring people together to buy it if he wants. But TikTok said that they don't want to sell it. Like the CEO of
Yes.
TikTok.
yeah, I wouldn't
Which is
blame
the most
him because-
suspicious part out of all of it, in the fact that you're going to get closed down, and you would rather let it burn than sell it. Now, also, I think that's kind of based.
I mean, I'll say I get it because they've made a lot of money off of it, so they don't want to sell it, and they're probably
Well, it's
they're
not
like
even
this.
that.
They're if they get in talks with Trump and then it doesn't get banned, like I'm not going to sell this because we sell it and then it does. It's what I mean.
No.
I don't know what's going to happen. But I think if it's like really gonna get banned, like if they should know behind the scenes, like if it's really just like gonna be done, you should sell it and make the money that you can from it.
Not
you can.
necessarily, because if the algorithm, because the thing is, TikTok's algorithm is something that is like uncomparable. Like,
It's not that. We even
Is
know
it,
how they
though?
do it. No, yeah, because basically what their algorithm is, it knows. Like YouTube is more difficult because you have to click on a thumbnail and stuff. In TikTok, you've already scrolled; it just appears, and so they know the amount of time you spent on the video. So if you hesitate for a quarter of a second on that video, they know something hit. They know there was some kind of instinct that got you, whether you know it or not. So it goes into the side kind
But
of subconscious.
their
But the reason I
programming
think it's
for it could be patented.
Oh, I'm sure it's patented, but I don't think it'd be hard to replicate. I think the signals that they go off are very obvious and easy to work out and replicate. But the reason why I think it's based kind of going, no, we would rather let this burn, is simply the sheer pettiness of it, which kind of appeals to me. It is like, you've got
The
something somebody else
pettiness.
wants, and they're like, I'm divorcing you. The court told me I own this television, and you just smash it in front of them. There's just something satisfying about that. It's like, no, I would rather this is destroyed than you take it from me. Like that's.
And I think that he could just rebrand and have a new business. Like, it's not that difficult to do that. People have done that many
As
times.
far as the Chinese are concerned, Red Note would basically be the same thing. Like, the people in charge, they don't care whether you're on TikTok or Red Note. They've still got control of you. So it's probably not that big a deal to them. To the CEO and stuff, it probably is.
Well, President Trump says he'll likely grant TikTok a 90-day reprieve from U.S. ban when he takes office. So,
Oh, this is the same
So he
picture
can
that
make-
Pigeon liked.
is it?
This is the one that went, yeah, that picture goes hard.
It does though. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me. I think I pulled that up because I thought it was funny. Yeah.
I was like, this isn't the topic. I just thought it sounded funny, the title. But that is that picture. It's like, I think is he replicating like his I think he's replicating his arrest. You know the arrest picture? I think he's replicating that, but in the office.
Yeah. Them day go hard. They do.
Them day go hard. Released that official photo.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we'll see. TCP would rather let it get banned than to sell it. I guess I guess so.
Yeah. And the government wants to ban TikTok because of the Chinese spyware and collecting information and blah 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 blah. The only reason they don't want it to exist is because they can't collect the information themselves like they have with other social media platforms. So if it's not theirs, they don't want it. And I do think that there is a scary possible slippery slope of banning certain social media apps, because then is that not censoring people? Not saying I like TikTok.
No, I don't like TikTok, but I don't think the government should make the decision on that. I don't know.
Just because they don't want spyware? I don't know. I mean, to be fair, though, it is very toxic. I watch
There's
TikTok
a fair point,
sometimes
Mongoose.
for cooking, household stuff, organizing, cleaning, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
But I think if I was a kid, what kind of stuff would I even consume? I have no idea.
Yeah, that's true. We did not have social media. I mean, when we were really young, no. MySpace in high school. But that was nothing.
My top 4 friends. If you do that, guess what? You're not going to be on my top anymore.
You get that phone call. Why did you move me down one?
Sorry. You just weren't a good friend to me this month.
Oh, yeah. Man, MySpace, you know what? Tom was good to us, and we left him for stupid Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But
yeah, and the crazy part is we're the product. At least on MySpace, we weren't the product.
No.
I don't think.
We were always the product.
Was there ads on MySpace? I don't remember.
Going back as far as the creation of Facebook, there was even a picture that, and I'm taking it at face value, but I don't think he's ever come out and said it's not true. So I'm going to assume it is. Zuckerberg, there was a private conversation that was leaked where they were like, and they just give you all of this information? It was like, yeah, they trust me with all of this information, the idiots. Because that's what was always the product. Even in MySpace, making a website where people voluntarily give you stuff they wouldn't even give their own governments is money.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody knew it. Like, Google knew it. This is why all the original businesses, they would make a business and be like, we will become profitable afterwards. Because they knew there would be a way to do it. They just didn't know how. And so as long as you've got attention, you have money. That's just the way the world works.
It's very true.
Why you
what?
I've just checked the Saucy Saturdays chat and seen Wicked.
You just saw the
posted
feed.
Oh, the feet.
I'm like, this is the most random thing you've ever put in this chat.
That's what I said to Dan. He was like Down syndrome feet.
Yeah, that is medical. You need to see a doctor. That
If
is
your
the
feet
sugar.
look like
That is
that,
the
no, thank
sugar
you.
foot. Like, you need to go there and sort out the sugar foot.
Feet are this big.
Yeah.
Mitchell Fields.
Incredibly shiny.
Mitchell Fields saying, what? Hold on, Mitchell.
Someone has just sent me another picture of up somebody's nose. I'm like,
oh no,
like
it's starting. It's starting.
Somebody else sent the same GIF.
Yep. Well, thank you, internet.
Actually, no. This one is actually quite like my response to Wicked's feet.
1 second, Mitchell. You're in the disp queue.
Yeah, it's like after he checked the message. It's like, what?
Yes. Mitchell, thank you for the 5. Remember when you were playing the pirate game and Jay shot your ship with a cannon? I dared you dared him to shoot the ship with the cannon. That was you, Mitchell. It's okay. I forgive you. Thank you for the 5. Andrew, thank you for the 2 pounds. Wicked, what did you think of Squid Game Marbles? The episode Marbles?
Oh, that was heartbreaking.
It was. Oh, that was rough. Like when
I think that was good though.
But it was
I mean,
literally
very intriguing, very.
It was a twist.
It was heartbreaking. There was
But that's what Squid Game was about. Was just these like situations that you just would never imagine, and the shock factor, and it worked, especially during COVID.
That's what the second series missed.
Oh yeah, that's
not
what it came
not
out,
only
isn't
did
it?
it have characters that nobody cared about or were insufferable at best, but it had none of, like, when you weren't invested in these people, you didn't care if they died, but there was none of the twists. And the one time there was a twist, it was all a dream. And oh, that's pointless then.
But yeah, it was heartbreaking, like X-Ray said. I think that's the best way to. But it was well written. It pulled at your heartstrings, and because it's like when these people paired up, without giving too much away. I know it's old, but like me, I just recently watched it, and I don't know how I didn't get spoilers. I've probably seen stuff, but it just didn't register because I hadn't watched it.
I don't know how you hadn't heard to watch it before, because at the time it was. I know people.
It was one of the biggest shows.
I know.
Yeah, like,
I know.
people
I
are
don't
about
know why
water cooler. I think Gary was on about like water cooler shows on FNT, and he went back a long way. I actually think Squid Game was probably the last one, even though it's a streaming show, just because it was everywhere. Everyone was telling everybody to watch it.
It was Tiger King and then Squid Game.
I watched Tiger King.
I never heard about Tiger King, but Squid Game,
was
everybody seemed to have seen it.
Yeah. You never watched Tiger King? Holy crap.
I don't know if you should watch it now. It was like its own thing back when it happened, but I mean,
it takes me a lot to watch Western entertainment now, just because I think foreign stuff's better.
Yeah, don't watch Tiger King. It's fine.
it could be considered foreign for you. It's considered foreign.
Even what Western entertainment people are like, oh, this is really good now. I'm like, compared to the average foreign entertainment, it's crap.
Yeah,
like,
but that episode
anime.
just. It was well done, and it took me two days to get through it because I started it, and like at one point I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is messing me up right now. Because it was a sad episode, but
you cared about the characters. That was the thing.
That's what I mean. Like because they like I said, I don't want to give it away too much, but you get paired up. It's two people pair up, and when they pair up, they don't know what the game's going to be, and only one of them's going to make it out. So you're like, oh, these are all friends. One of them, we don't really know these characters, but it was a husband and wife. Like, it was a very heavy episode. Very heavy.
I will be interested when you get to the end of season 2, because you're just a nicer person than me, so you may care about these people more than I did, because I'm like, these people are scum, I don't care. But you might actually care about them more. I'll be interested to know if you got attached to any of the new people, because that was my problem with the series. Yeah,
probably not going to, because it's like freaking Game of Thrones. Don't like anybody because they're all just gonna die.
No, because there was Hunter x Hunter. It takes one of the reasons I like Alice in Borderland is because it made me care about the characters, and it's quite hard. I like acknowledge it's hard to make me care about the characters, but Alice in Borderland made me do it for every single game. In 20 minutes, it would make me care about the characters, and I would care if they died. So I know it's possible. So if
they were
can't,
relatable.
Yeah, and it made you you understood their motivations and stuff. But to me, because that's what I've seen, and I know you can make me do that. If you can't, I consider it a problem with you, not me. And there is Hunter x Hunter, where it actually had me despise characters during the Ant arc for almost the entire arc, and then the last 2 episodes flipped it and made me suddenly care about these people that I'd not cared about at all. So once I know it can be done, I'm like, well, it's really not a problem with me. It's just your storytelling. And I think that was Squid Game. Yep. But I'm interested to know if, because it took you 2 episodes to get through Marbles, whether it works on you, what they do. Because it might just be how, emotional you are.
Well, yeah, but now that I get exactly what you mean. I'm a girl. I was definitely a girl about that episode.
Mean that, but that would be
that's what I mean. But now that I know how Squid Games works, and because I did just binge the first season and it's all fresh in my head, this season I definitely won't get too attached without giving anything away, like certain people that ended up not
I think
being...
you should, I don't think you should try and stop that, because I think the series is better if you do.
Yeah, I just don't think that I will get as attached. Yeah, like you're saying, you want to know if there's actually a character I feel worth getting attached to. Is that what you mean? Well,
no, I'd be interested to know if the storytelling elements that you use actually does make you care about them. Because I saw one of the problems being, for instance, one of them is a girl who's pregnant. And
Yeah,
I can understand
that got me
caring
immediately.
about
Okay,
a girl who's
so-
pregnant.
so
But
far,
her personality seems to be, I'm pregnant.
yeah, I haven't
Like, there's
gotten that
nothing
far
else
yet,
to
but
it.
I seen it. Like you see it in like the
Yeah.
the trailer or something. And I was like, oh great, there's a pregnant girl. This is gonna be great. But the first the little girl that's sick without giving anything away, that got me. That pulled at my heartstrings a little
'cause
bit. So.
I saw it as cheap tricks, but I'm interested to know because I've watched other people's reviews of it where they're like, I know this shouldn't get me, but it did because she's pregnant. And I know the only reason that I care about it is because she's pregnant, but it still got me anyway. And I don't think it actually matters. Even if you're aware of the tricks they're playing on you, as long as you care about them, I think it's fine. So it'll be interesting to know whether it works on sort of a wider range of people.
Better than a guy who's pregnant. Yeah, well, it's 2025, Shane. Anything's possible.
That's probably in season 3.
That's where they're gonna go.
I mean, with Netflix intervening, I bet you all the Korean people are gonna be black.
The way season 2's gone already, season 3 probably will be. If they didn't film it back to back, we would have got there.
Janine, thank you for the 1999. That thirsty French fool made me laugh. I love that thirsty French fool. I love that. Also, if you spend money, do things like give Arudai money to kill Moss's character in Geeks and Gamers Tabletop.
Okay, thank you, Janine.
Thanks, Janine.
I would
that.
give you a
That
dungeon
thirsty
daddy
French
if
fool.
only I remembered what the button was.
Dungeon daddy.
And I'm too paranoid to press one at random.
Do it. Just press
Give me a
on.
chance.
Just do it. Just do it.
Well,
Just
I
do
don't
it.
know what they are.
Just do it. Press the
I think
button.
it's this one.
Dungeon Daddy.
There you go. You found the right
Nice.
button. We knew you could do it. Mac Fly for 5. Who's going to Dawson City to join the Sour Toe Cocktail Club with me? Look it up. You get a certificate and everything. For the record, I hate feet.
You're not putting your feet in a cocktail, are you?
Is that what it is?
I don't know. That's what it sounds like.
That sounds gross. Don't put your feet in drinks.
I like, to be fair, I like how they understand that your feet will be sour before you even do it.
Mac Fly,
They're
I'm
like,
very scared to look
I know
that
the kind of degenerate that would come here.
Really? Who?
Yeah. The people that want to
I'm
put
kidding,
their
I'm
feet in
kidding.
cocktails and drink it.
I thought he was
Those are
gonna
not the
just
people
throw
that go for
somebody under the
pedicures, all right?
bus.
They are not the. There's no people on like a private website going, I want $20 a month just so you can see my feet. Those aren't the people sticking their feet in alcohol. They're not. Although that probably would clean them a lot
I
more
was
than
gonna
they were
say
before they started.
the people with the you're supposed to look it
Established
up.
in
it's not-
1973.
He is looking it up.
The
Mac
sour
Fly, come
toe
on, he
cocktail
knows
has become
looking it
a
up.
time-honored tradition in Dawson City. The club has over 100,000 members. Why is there a guy? What is even? What is happening?
Disbrew has seen things. Mm.
I think I have seen what they put in milk.
So the tradition dates back to 1920s when a rum runner named Louis Lincoln lost his toe to frostbite and his brother Otto preserved it in a jar of alcohol.
But did they drink it? I mean, that's probably going a bit far.
No, but they were like, you know what?
Drink
This gives me an
your
idea.
sourdough cocktail. Pledge the sourdough oath.
A sourdough oath? That's so weird.
In an effort to help direct his dog team, he stepped off the sled and into an icy overflow. Fearing the police were on his trail, they continued their journey. A feisty rum runner. So these were people getting rum, prolonged exposure. Years later, cleaning out the abandoned cabin, the toe was discovered by Captain Dick Stevenson. This sounds like an adult movie just from the name. After conferring with friends, the cocktail club was established and the rules developed. The club has acquired, by donation, over 25 toes.
Ew.
So the original toe got swallowed. Now they have a waiting list for people to donate their toes. They have a bunch now. Well,
they have a plan your trip function.
Oh, hold on. Spruce.
No, this wasn't what I was going off the original thing, which was well This isn't the page. We
Hold on.
randomly press. There you go. This is what they add into milk. This is how they make milk so addictive. That was what that was like. Oh, like yeah, they're definitely.
Can we
they're definitely
just
adding
go
that
back
into
to
milk.
like lady fingers and pretending those are real
See?
fingers?
See and do.
I'd rather do that. Oh
You're
my
There are
god.
way, I have to say there are way more women involved in this website than I expected.
You're not supposed to swallow the toe, by the way, just so you guys know.
Well,
okay?
no, they only got 25 of them. How many times could a toe go into alcohol before it loses its flavor? There can't be that many.
Maybe they're replicas.
We've got an activity for that. Maybe you shouldn't. Have you ever considered that not everything should have an activity? This is like, you know when, I don't know whether you've got it, we've got a Clinton's cards over here, and like, we've got a card for every occasion. Like, well, maybe you shouldn't have. My theory is that all card giving is done by guilt, and it's just because someone else sent you a card, and you were like, oh, I'm gonna have to send them one next year, aren't I? Like, if somebody started sending out congratulations on your new washing machine cards, then next year everybody would be sending them.
It depends on who sends me a card. I keep some, like sometimes my mom will send me like a really nice one for my birthday or something. It depends. But I found that most people actually do not like cards.
Oh, really? I
No,
love
it's
cards.
It's cardboard and guilt. That's what it is.
Well, it depends. If it's like your birthday, why am I going to feel guilty? You sent me a thank you. You know, like thanks for the birthday card. Like
No,
I
but
said,
then
my mom will usually.
you're supposed to send them one back.
Well, I'm going to give my mom one. Yeah. Like I said, it depends on who.
See?
But not
It's like
because
we've got a card for every occasion. Congratulations on your new affair.
it depends though.
Oh,
'cause,
Before
like,
you know
we-
it, everyone's sending affair cards.
Congratulations.
For every event,
You might
guys.
need to pull Brad Pitt this year.
Oh my god. Congratulations
drink,
on
and
getting
shop.
duped by the internet,
What is
lady.
that?
Congratulations for
Get
being
your
the French
fill of
fool.
toe.
Just for look what you did, McFly. He is.
Hey, that hat is
looking
kind
into
of
this
cute.
all
I
night.
want that.
It's a toe hat.
It's not made of
Cute.
a toe. Calm down.
Maybe it
Disparu.
should be. What is the point of selling a hat which isn't made of toe on a
He
toe?
expects there to be a toe on the tip.
Like at the top.
I want it all knitted out of toe.
Maybe like a unicorn, like just like sticking out.
What is happening in Dawson City? I'm confused.
I'm
Gambling
intrigued.
hall? A gas station that looks like it's snowed in
Why
in
do
a
you
horror
say it
movie?
like that? A gas station.
Because firstly, it's called a petrol station. I don't know if you've noticed
No,
recently.
it's
but
not. It's not a
petroleum
gas
is a
station.
liquid, not a
It's
gas.
gas
Secondly,
station.
Oh.
it's snowing. None of these others are snowing. They're like, yeah, this will be better where we look like it's freezing to death.
Oh my god. He's so picky.
A jeweler's? No, I just think that a liquid should be called a liquid, not a gas.
He's like, what's
Sue
going
me.
on here? There is a gas
Oh, you
station
call
with
a hair
snow.
cabaret.
Station. That is not a liquid station.
A hair cabaret. Or I don't even know what that word is. Not a cabaret. It might be cabaret.
I think
Is it a
this person's
hairdresser's
like-
or is it a cabaret? I need to know.
I feel like
A
they're all in
grumpy
this for
schnitzel?
you.
That's me. I'm actually the grumpy schnitzel.
Me and Ekta can just be having a side conversation right now, and he wouldn't hear any of
Oh
it.
my god. Have you
To
been
be
to
fair,
Valera
that's because
recently?
I'm a man.
Yes,
and I
actually.
evolved from birth to ignore
Of
what
course I
all
am.
women
I
say.
dress for Orlando that I'm excited to wear.
Me too.
We're all
like-
just talking about different things.
It's all right. Nobody cares. They'll only listen to me in the
they
first
do
place.
care. No,
oh my
no,
god,
they
this dress
care
I'm
about
gonna
the
wear
There
is
is
dresses.
gonna
no
be
one-
so freaking
Every
cute.
man is born with the
gonna be
ability
so
to
hot
turn
and
off
black
women
and
at
cute.
will. This is why women are like, he never listens to me. He does. He just doesn't actually hear it.
You know what, guys? Instead of turning off a woman at will, maybe you should turn them on. What about that?
Wise
Maybe it should
words.
be easy. Have you considered not being frigid?
Oh. Whoa.
Actually, chat, I don't want you guys to turn me on. Please don't.
Yeah, well, yeah, here we go. Yeah, maybe hang on. Oh yeah, I forgot I was married. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be asking how many people is there, like 800 people. The race is called.
9999.
It's a sale.
Oh, I love sales. Where?
Yeah, you just like, hey,
A Halara
look,
sale?
I'm gonna walk down the street with you on my face. Just call me X-ray blue.
What are we talking about now? Toast?
A gold rush emporium. This is what happens when you want to be heard. This is the problem.
Oh,
You
my
can pan
God.
gold, pub and grub. I didn't even know grub was an American thing. I didn't know you had that. I thought it was slang over here.
Hmm.
Sourdough's overrated, by the way. You hipsters.
Yeah, hipsters. Okay, let me get these super chats. Ed Song, thank you for the 5. I love when one of the most prominent videos on another Chinese social said about TikTok refugees was you LGBT somewhere else.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, they don't want those people, the DI people over there.
Well, no, he was the guy who basically said keep it to yourself, which I think is fair enough. Nobody else should know which side you bat for, ever. Like, it's called a private life for a reason. If anybody else knows, they shouldn't, unless you're trying it on with them. And if anybody else does, I think it's perfectly acceptable to shame. It is literally, nobody else should know. Keep it to yourself. The world was better when everyone kept it to themselves.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean,
That goes
yeah.
for everybody, by the way. That's not specific. Like, that's literally
Well, you
everybody.
said the one time you said them, it was hilarious, but true. When you were like, I
Oh
don't
yeah,
just
the
walk
only
up to
care I
people and
care
say,
what you
"I'm
do with your
straight."
genitals. The only time I care what you do with your genitals if you're pointing them at mine. That's what I said. I said, "Oh my god, I can't believe you said it." You literally were the one point.
I know. I'm just trying to imagine how a girl points theirs when there is no point.
100%. If you've not been pointing them at his, you're doing it wrong. Like, he's not supposed to have to pull out a torch and find it.
Oh no, I was just thinking of a projection versus
If you're projecting it onto a wall, that's also wrong.
Yeah.
Getting like a laser pointer.
There's no laser pointer down there.
No, there shouldn't be. Turn on the lights.
Weekend's about to like turn her camera off.
Yeah,
now.
it's just. I'm surprised it's not been off multiple times during this episode.
God dang.
Like the surrender button. Like, she just needs a little white flag. She just holds up and swings a little bit. I
I know I should
surrender.
get one. Just black my face with it.
I'm too innocent for this conversation.
Slosher,
Like,
thank you for the.
I'm the one who's got a kid.
No, I should just get the help. Like
Yeah.
the
Somebody
like-
save me. You're
help.
like, oh no, what was the there was a TV show that started with "Somebody Save Me" as like the title music.
Oh, Smallville.
It was Superman. Okay, yeah, like the Smallville song. It's like, somebody save me.
Yeah, that's me. I'll just play that. Slosher, thank you for the Canadian 5. In my opinion, the TikTok ban
Yeah,
is
the
not
TikTok.
about.
Like, that's what it was going to be called originally, but it was deemed too hard to say, so they shortened it.
Oh, yeah. It's not
Yeah,
about
TikTok
China
toe talk.
spying. It's about America not being able to censor it like they did with big tech during COVID. Interesting.
I could go along with that, yeah, because it is
Yeah.
weird.
I would
how
not believe that. So
TikTok is pushing the exact same stuff as all the other social media things. To me, that means you should probably think about what you're doing. If you want to call a country your enemy, and they're pushing on you what you're also pushing on your own people, probably think about what you're pushing on your own people.
I love X-Ray's thought.
I'm
Back to
drunk.
Uwu. She's building up to it.
She's a bit tipsy. Mason, thank you for the Norwegian 50. What is all the Melanie Megatron about? So confused. So I don't get into YouTuber drama. I have no idea. I haven't watched a video. Haven't paid attention to any of it because I
There's
just don't get
videos out
involved in
there.
that.
Go watch them.
Yeah,
It's
I've
none
seen
of my
quite a bit.
business.
I haven't, like, no offense, because some people that I'm friends with have posted videos, but I 100% don't get involved in any like YouTuber drama. I just stay out of it. And I just have no idea what's really going on with it. So
My position is that anyone who tries to shame men for being men is not only laughable, but you don't actually understand how the world works. And you just join the same people that you said you were against. The solution out of this isn't less masculinity, it's more.
yeah,
And pointing your genitals in the right direction.
that's Disbrew
People were.
2025. Or just Disbrew. Jadine, thank you for the 1999. Disbrew, I always gave money for inspirations to you over Erudite, but I need Moss's character to die.
I don't know what Moz's character is.
Why are we
but
hating Moz so much? God
I
dang.
have found out that I do disagree with Chet on some things. For instance, what was the Erudite character that came and he had like a week of it, which I really liked. The dirty one who now haunts me round. I like Erudite's characters. I don't like Erudite. Erudite is an evil piece of scum, but his characters are decent. So don't support the Fed, but I do like his characters that he creates. And I don't know what Moz's is, but we will survive and we will return after Moz is dead.
All right.
Bye, Masa.
I feel like you're
It's
saying
not Moza, it's Moz.
I know. I thought you were.
Maza.
It sounded like you were saying Maza.
I think he said Maza.
You said
I-
Maz's, but it sounded like Maza.
I'm trying to remember what because I know we had Dungeon Daddy, but there was also Erudite came up with this really dirty character that just came up with like double entendres all the time. And in that
Sounds
week,
like me.
Well, this was the thing. You would have really liked him. There was a week where he went into all of the streams that Erudite did as like a special character, and Erudite played him. And Tugs couldn't speak for some reason on the mic, so she started typing in what she would say, and Sevi read it out. And I think that encouraged everyone to just go mental. So it was like Mike and Tugs just doing the dirtiest role play they possibly could for the entire episode. It was pissing hilarious. And so I can't remember that guy's name though, that character's name, but I really like him.
Maybe Janine remembers.
Do you,
Let us
Janine?
know.
Probably.
Neil Gaiman's homemade truffle butter for 2. Combustion engines run on petrol fumes, not liquid.
Yes, but it comes from the liquid. Petrol is a liquid.
Liquid station, according to Disparu.
Petrol is a liquid, it's not a gas. Yeah, it combusts off the gas. This is why you can set fire to petrol and it won't burn. It's actually the gas that burns. I know how petrol works. But you don't pump gas into your vehicle, you pump liquid.
Science. I have no idea.
Science.
I'm too drunk for this talk.
You would be better off going, it's because it's called gasoline. That would be a better argument. And I
I
would
just
then just
put
say you're
things
wrong 'cause I'm
in
British.
places and it works, and I'm happy about it.
Did she just say I stick things in places and it works, so I'm happy about
No,
it?
I
Is that
said
what
I
she-
put things in places, not stick things. It's
Oh.
very different.
Are you sure? I actually am
I
not sure
put-
that's better than what I said, to be honest.
Put my phone on this charger.
You can also
and it
shove your
works.
phone in places and it works, and that's
Yes, I shove my phone onto a stand and it works.
on the vibrate function.
Shove.
Look, there's a reason why in Metal Gear Solid it goes, put your phone on the floor. I will vibrate it across. And people are like, this is amazing. This is
Guys,
the best technology that's ever been made.
We have Flappy Jack the dildo controller.
Well, I don't know whether I did send it to you or like there was a TikTok video of like a light that turns on when you roll down like silicon from the light bulb. Have I not sent this? I should have sent this in the chat. It's amazing.
No.
Oh, I don't know whether I can find it again. Like, it's this guy, and he sees it, he's like, hang on. And then he looks down and like, wait. And then it goes through his life. And it's just amazing. Like, uses a torch. It's like, oh, okay. I need to...
Well, while you look for that, Neil, thank you for another 2.
I don't know if I'm ever going to find this again.
The car runs on gas, so we call it gas. And mark a
It calls
reality
on gasoline.
And mark a reality for 2. Trapped in the Mossverse. We are.
Oh no.
We are.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is Moz's universe. We're just living in it.
It's true.
We owe him rent. And shoes.
Another 5. We owe him rent,
Oh,
shoes,
no.
and bakery goods. Neil, thank you for another 5. Sticking things in places and putting things in places are basically the same. Trust me, I would know. Oh my gosh.
See?
Keep your butter to yourself, Neil.
Yeah.
Is your phone sticky?
Ew.
That's not a no, folks. I just want that on record. It's not a
I
no.
thought you were talking to Neil, not me.
Yeah, I thought you were talking to Neil too. No.
That's why I said ew. Sorry.
Well, that's
But
not
if
a
you're
no.
talking to me, hell no.
It's not a no. Is your phone covered in butter? No,
No,
it's
it's
covered in
not.
margarine.
Look, no butter. No butter. It's rough.
Good point.
Notice
Good
how
point,
long
Mark.
you had to stall.
Stall. What are you talking about? Car stall.
Add song for 5. How many Mazdas do you need to say before Mazda appears? What is a summary of what is a Mazda? I know. Is there a chat summary right now? Does it only pop up on the phones? I've never seen it.
No,
In chat. I've only seen it on phones.
It used to only appear on phones, but on the PC, I was watching a video and saw an AI summary. So they're at least phasing it into desktops.
I haven't seen. If anyone sees a chat summary, let me know. We haven't had one for Saucy in a while.
What's just happened, X-Ray? Because I have no idea. I just saw your face.
No, Mongoose. I told a story that was really funny, but like not funny, but like also makes sense. So I got a new keyboard because I wanted it quieter. And the new keyboard, the reason I bought it was because the switches were super quiet, but it also is waterproof. So the box that it came in was just the box of the keyboard from Amazon. And my brother calls me and goes, X, can you come upstairs? I think we need to talk. And I'm like, okay. And he's like,
grounded? No.
I think you need an intervention. Why are you getting a waterproof keyboard? Are you drinking so much you're spilling it all over the place?
I spilled a pint of cider on my laptop before, and it still worked. Still worked.
But
I
you
just couldn't use the numpad.
Waterproof too.
Nobody uses a numpad anyway. No, laptops definitely aren't waterproof.
Oh,
100%.
God. Chat is going wild. I have a super chat that Disprue is going to have to read, but give me a second to get there. Neil,
I think
for another
Wicked should
2.
read it and then turn her camera off because she's embarrassed.
You don't want to try it without butter.
It's true, yeah. It is worse. This is the whole thing. I know X-Ray was like, you need to be careful where you shove butter. And it's like, yeah, but that's an after problem. If you don't use
that
butter,
is
you'll
a
have
then and after. What if you're allergic to ingredients that you don't even know?
I'm sorry, who's allergic to butter?
You never
Like, oh my god, I'm allergic to grape juice.
Maybe they're vegan. I don't know.
Vegan people
got
lie
other
all
problems.
the time as well.
They probably eat chicken.
It's like when we're on about before, it's like, oh, well, maybe she's gone for another woman. It's like, yeah. No, what was the name? The bat thing. Poison Ivy. Like, yeah, she's supposed to be a vegan, and then we find out she's actually interested in fish. That was underrated, by the way. But here we are.
So they're pescatarian. Got it.
No, I think it's just a hypocrite, actually. Like, if you think that fish aren't meat, like, you're just a hypocrite at that point.
Because they have gills?
They are.
What the heck?
No, they're clearly animals. It's clearly animal meat. And you're like,
Listen, I agree
oh
with
no,
this,
that's
bro.
not actually meat. That's a plant. I'm like, how is a fish a plant?
Isn't
Then
there another
don't
one? Like,
suck
if you
a man's peen, that is meat.
That's true. Yes. Yes, all vegetarians should only be interested in fish. I mean, not fish. Fish adjacent.
That's true though. There's I don't know what it is, but there's also a word for people who only eat like chicken. They don't eat red meat. It's like, okay, you're not anything except you just don't eat red meat. Why do you get a special name? And that's stupid.
just like
why wouldn't you eat red meat? That's dumb.
I think that's just the easily pleased.
Steak
That's
is
just
amazing.
like people with low standards.
Yeah.
Like, if you're just happy with chicken your entire life,
low
you just have
standards.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chicken is like one of the worst meats.
Why?
I like chicken.
I love
but
chicken. Fried
No,
chicken.
no,
chicken.
Mike will also fight me on this. He's like, "Oh my, you just haven't seasoned it correctly." My entire thing is,
You are
Mike's
British.
right.
You
Yeah,
like
true.
the seasoning, not the chicken.
I gotta make chicken cutlets for X-Ray. Then she's gonna want to move in with me.
And I'm gonna make you my Italian wife.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna make
I don't have an
your
Italian wife yet.
poison ivy.
Are you my Harley Quinn or am I Harley? I don't know yet.
You are
Gotta say-
definitely Harvey. Harvey.
Did you just
Harvey
gender me?
Quinn.
Did you just assume?
I don't think I assumed. I think I changed.
He fell out of
This
his
is like,
seat.
wait,
He fell out of his seat on
do
that
I
one.
need to check? I was like,
Am I a
do
horse?
you know something that I don't?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I
Oh
only
my gosh.
date at
Harley
meat eaters, by
Quinn.
the way.
Why has that never been
That's
done?
very good.
Like, after all the years of stuff we've gone through, why has nobody done Harvey Quinn? That
That
he's
would
just
be a
sitting
good
there.
parody.
Yeah. Well, even if it wasn't a parody, even if it were like, no, we think this'll we think this will change society and actually be great of a representation. That's why we're going to do Harvey Quinn. And it's like, what?
Our next Birds of Prey movie.
What is it?
Gender swap.
Isn't Two-Face Harvey Dent? So it's kind of
Yeah.
sitting there as an idea. Like, the name's already
Oh my
there.
God, Harvey and Harley?
Yeah, we could have Harley Dent and Harvey Quinn, and just swap them.
Where's Mike? The script is writing itself, Mike.
Yeah.
Janine,
This is
thank
what
you
we need to do for script writing. We just need to get us all in a room, free alcohol, and Mike writes it down as the only sober
be like,
person.
Yes, give me more.
Yes, give me more, yes. Like,
Yes.
blink at the camera, yes, smile. It's like, he's like one of the photographers who's like, no, show me a bit of more ass. And it was like, no, but he's for script ideas.
This would be okay if we ever did a parody
It's like, yes, I love
superhero
it.
movie. This
Feel
would
your
actually
oats.
be a good 2 characters to have in it.
It would be. And Janine answered your question, Disprove. Thank you for the $4.99. You and Moss are in a very different game right now. His current character needs to die. I have given 200 to the Fed. I don't know if it was answering your question, but he continued his story of his hate
yeah,
for
'cause
Moss.
Mars is in, I think it's Saturday night? No, because it's changed on Saturday night, so it'll be the Friday night one.
Here, this is the one that I wanted you to read, Disprove, because it's the health minister of Belgium. We love her. Yeah.
Oh my God. You need to read it.
He's not gonna do it. Oh no?
I'm not reading it.
My Vag is a super soaker.
Hey.
Look, I'm just pleased that her face is a perfect circle. I mean, people thought that wasn't possible in, like, actual biology, but she managed it. Like, we have proved that surface tension has no bounds.
Yeah. Exactly. Market reality for 2 at Ed Song. Maza Maza Maza. Trying to summon him like
I'm assuming
Beetlejuice.
that's something between him and Ed.
They're trying to summon Maza, which I'm surprised they haven't summoned one yet. We had one earlier, only one.
You have to look at a mirror, say Maza, Maza, Maza 3
Like Bloody
times,
Mary.
turn around, and then start doing K-pop dances.
Hot damn.
Yeah, with
Neil
an
said,
uwu.
just say you're a squirt. Neil.
Take your shoes off,
Neil.
obviously, because Maza is allergic to shoes.
He is. It's
If you put them behind
scientific
you, he
fact.
might try and steal them if you're lucky.
It's a scientific fact. Ed Song for 5. I understand now. We can't summon Maza because we are really inside of Maza. It is a Mazaception. Maza today, Maza tomorrow, Maza forever.
Maza is the
God.
universe. This is why everybody's depressed.
If he,
Are we in
if he
Hunger
goes,
Games?
If he goes
Hunger
back and
Maza?
watches this, he's going to be like, what the
Yeah, like
happening?
Maza is the metaphysics of the universe. String theory basically describes Maza that simultaneously can be in 2 places at once, and if you change one thing, you change the other part of Maza. He's basically like you know what? He's not just a clown that goes around killing people. He's more like an all-being god that
Entity,
thrives off the
kind of.
depression and horror of the people.
Yeah.
That's Maza. He's like a being that existed before the creation of the universe. This is why he doesn't need shoes. He doesn't actually have feet. They're just the physical embodiment of pain.
Yeah.
Okay, you lost me there.
You
Mark,
put him on
I'm just like,
you
yeah.
put him on a trampoline in the hope that he ejects himself into space.
Maybe he has. We don't know.
That's the Mazaverse for
Mark,
you.
The only person that can survive significant contact with Maza and survive is Lethal Lightning.
It's true. He's like kryptonite, kind of, right?
Yeah. They're like so
That's
similar, he
kryptonite.
repulses Maza from the universe and keeps him from taking it over.
Oh my God.
He keeps him at bay.
They're like the poles of a magnet. Like Lethal repels Maza from the universe. Lethal is saving the world.
Yeah, who would have thought? Mark, thank you for the 5. We can see that the hosts are inebriated, and the chat
What
is
was
making
that?
me wonder. Hashtag just God bless you.
No, we're not whatever that
Sneezed.
was. We're not moving past whatever that was.
What?
Sneeze. I thought
said
I
that's
muted, but it was only a video.
That was the most pathetic thing since Maza.
Wow, you're gonna break his heart. He loves you. He just wants to make you proud.
Then he
true.
can start making pissing videos, can't he?
That's true. Bully him and
Yeah.
make videos.
He's
No,
like, I'm
no,
gonna make
really.
videos. No,
Bully
he never
him.
does.
He does need to make videos.
I'm sorry, chat. I didn't actually think my audio was on. I apologize.
It's you. There's no force behind it. when you
an animal
sneeze,
sneeze.
when you sneeze, you have to at least cough up a lung. That's the rule.
Okay, Daddy Disparu.
Yes. Well, strangely, comics has a character called Balin, and both Sevi and Tugs were calling him Daddy Balin the entire episode. And he might get Daddy merch. And at one point, they even said, like, a la Batman, he's not the daddy we need, but he's the daddy we deserve.
Oh, Daddy.
Mhm.
MTB Steve, thank you for the 5. I had a gyro for lunch with a tzatziki. That's how you pronounce that, right? All over it because meat. Because
We
just
spoke-
meat.
I thought that was X-ray sneezing again, to be honest.
Tzatziki.
It was like,
So we actually went over a little bit, but it's been a good show. What do you have coming up, X-ray?
Tomorrow I have art in the morning. I'm going to be doing my Lego build of my royal cat. I've got the posies done, so there's going to be a bit more. And
It's a big. Oh, never mind. There's 2 paws. Okay, I thought that was like one. I'm like, that's going to be a big figure. Anyways.
And then in the afternoons, Sunday Fun Day with Helldivers, and then in the evening, Forbidden Frontier on Nerdrotic Live. So very excited.
Nice. What about you, Disparu? What videos you working on?
I've just read the private chat. I'm like, I don't even know what's been happening during the conversation.
Oh, that's old. That's like 2 hours old.
Well, yeah. I'm like, am I supposed to have noticed? I didn't even notice.
It's okay. You're a guy.
This is true. When women are like,
This is
just,
true.
I changed my hair. No, nobody did. Literally, you're the only person that cares. I got section 31. It's about a evil woman who becomes a spy for our side, which is supposed to be top secret, and yet for some reason she wears a badge which tells everybody she's part of the secret organization. And I'm like, I don't think that you've ever watched Star Trek, which is surprising considering about section 31 there's only about 6 episodes with section 31 in it. This isn't a lot of work, and they still couldn't be bothered. I'm looking forward to the downfall of Star Trek. Because it'll be funny.
Oh, sorry, Jadine. Hold on.
Oh.
For $4.99, Jadine, all the soaking today in the game today was confusing. Soaking is what the latter day Saints do.
I also have the same issue whenever they talk about it. I'm like, what do you mean? People are just going to start like grabbing hold of a bed and shaking. But this is the name that they've decided to give it. I have no control over it. I do find it funny. Every time.
Oh,
Never gets old.
Real quick, Maz's mom for 5. You might get Maz if you talk about Minecraft too, and how Maz's mom looks like 20, and how the Minecraft vampires won't be in the game.
The movie.
Also, Year of the Tsunami, Meek Bang. Yes, Sugarfoot Mike. Poor Mike. Okay. I actually won't be doing too much. Tomorrow, the Sunday night stream isn't happening because the playoffs are going on, and my boys are going to be playing during the time that I will be streaming, and I'm going to just take the time to actually watch because I don't usually get to watch the Bills play because I don't subscribe
who are your
to
boys?
football. The Bills. I was getting there.
The Bills?
So the Buffalo Bills football. So I normally don't get to watch the games because I don't subscribe to the NFL Pass. I only like to watch the Bills, but since it's the playoffs, it's playing. So I get to watch it and I'm going to enjoy it. And Capable Gentleman is probably going to be watching football all day as well. So
I didn't even know what sport this is.
So football.
American football.
American football.
Oh.
So yes. No Sunday night stream tomorrow, but I'll be back to gaming at some point, probably like Wednesday next week. Thanks, chat. Yes, go Bills.
And I'm traveling next
Go
week.
Buffaloes.
Go Buffaloes. Thanks, Disparu. Go Buffaloes.
It's better than go Bills. Like, what's a bill? Like, it sounds like a bird.
So, yeah, and X-Ray's traveling next week, and MegaCon's coming up, so there's
So excited.
It's gonna be fun. Where I'm gonna send you guys over to Vara today. I'll change it up a little bit. There's a lot of people on right now. But thank you guys for hanging out. And we will see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.